All right, welcome back to Waterdeep Dragon Heist. We can just jump into it. Then the last episode, it was the you got basically your inspection report back. You discussed what you wanted to do with Troll Skull Manor, and got a invitation from Mert to the opera.
Mert.
That's coming up in a few days. So you went shopping, got some fancy clothes. You made a delivery for the Zentarum to get some money for the silver you had. And then you decided to try to visit Floon Blagmar and kicked in his door and then left. So, all in all, it's a good day.
Night Breeze has got a breeze.
Don't forget, we left him money.
We left him a gold coin.
I think you left a note that said sorry about your door.
Yep.
And a gold coin.
Yep. Sorry about your door. Hope all is well. Gold coin.
Yeah.
Okay. Not from who. It's just a note.
No, I didn't sign that.
Anonymous.
All right, and then you headed back, I assume, to Troll Skull Manor, and that's where we left off.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So I assume Gus went back to his house. Anything else to resolve that evening?
We could say that Lynn got the measurements for Dan and I for the alterations.
Oh yeah, I probably just did some alterations. I stayed up sewing.
Fun.
I want a sewing episode. You gotta play this out.
Yeah, no, I mean, like, yeah, I probably would have, like, pinned y'all's stuff, whatever measurements, and done that, and then on my dress, adding embellishments with the fancy gold thread that I bought.
So how many points of piercing damage did we take from her stabbing us with the pins?
All of it.
Yeah, I don't know. Do you dress left or right?
Do you want me to do some dex rolls?
Because as some people learn, that's the wrong question to answer inappropriately.
Okay,
yeah.
So that resolves the day. So it's morning of the 27th of chess. You guys wake up in your respective places. What would you like to do? You can already hear the various vendors and people moving into the alley, getting set up for the day.
And we don't go talk to them until the 1st, right? He said to start at the beginning of the month.
Correct. You just want to kind of stay under the radar until after taxes are collected, so you don't get owed back taxes.
Yep.
Well, I'll show up at the house and walk in. Where is everybody? Are we congregated?
I'm probably sitting down on the steps by the second floor door, just hanging out, just waiting.
All right. Well, then I'll approach Night Breeze and say,
I stab you.
You sneak attack damage.
That's probably a surprise.
And I just say, I just had a lovely breakfast that was prepared for me by Isabel, and I had a wonderful chat with Ellis and Charles.
Well, I'm glad that you're having such a fine morning.
Where's everybody else?
My guess is Dan's still asleep, and I have not seen head nor tail of Lindario yet.
Which should I mean, we kind of got to get started for the day, right?
I guess.
I'll go get Dan.
That's a safe bet. I'll go check on Lindario.
What time is it?
5 a.m.
It's probably 7.
Yeah, I'll let Josh decide what time Gus would come over.
Yeah, I would have had breakfast around 6:30 and made my way over.
Yeah.
I mean, at 7, I'm definitely still.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, so Lynn is usually like up early, but stayed up late last night trying to sew all this stuff. So I might like just be waking up.
All right, so I'll go up to Lynn's door, and you're gonna go up to see Dan.
Yes.
All right. God damn it. All right, so I would knock on Lynn's door. Hey, Lynn.
Oh, what?
Hey,
God.
Gus is here, and we're trying to get everybody rustled up and starting to head out for the day. How you doing?
Fine. What time is it?
By the time on my sundial on my wrist, it tells me it's about 7 a.m.
Oh Lord. Okay. I'll be right. I'll be right out.
Not a problem. We'll meet you downstairs.
Okay.
Dan. I just open the door and walk in.
I'm snoring on the ground.
Oh, is there anything
Is it
around the
just
room?
a completely empty room just with Dan in it?
Yeah, I'm just like, I've got my bedroll on the...
I'm trying to be nice. I'll just go over and gently shake him by his shoulder. Dan, it's time to wake up.
I half awake, like, do one of those, like, partially waking up but really not awake teenager kind of things, and I wave my hand at you and, make a strength 13 saving throw.
No. 17.
Ah, you beat it. So a bunch of wind, like, will push through you. Like, I half awake cast gust at you to push you away. I'm like, what are you doing? It's early. What are you waking me up for?
The city is under attack, and we need to go help.
Oh, I mean, who attacks us early in the morning?
It's actually really smart tactics.
Yeah, I can tell because I'm trying to sleep. All right,
This is very urgent.
All right. I'm up. I'll meet you downstairs just a bit.
All right. Just make sure you're ready.
All right.
All right.
And I'm gonna like slowly push you out the door so I can like get dressed and then meet you downstairs.
So I'll head back down to where I last saw Nightbreeze.
Lynn's like really embarrassed to be like have slept in, like this is sleeping into her, and I think like doing one of those things where you're like putting your boot on like as you're like running down the stairs type of thing and like trying to like hurry.
I love that our behavior at being woken up at this hour very clearly demonstrates the differences between our characters.
Meanwhile, I'm just standing down at the bottom stairs watching Lynn do this and just going, okay.
Hey, Nightbreeze. Dan didn't want to wake up, so I told him that the city was under attack and he needed to hurry.
This is going to be an interesting morning then.
So I'll leave it up to you. You could either play along or not.
Okay, I have my decision.
Alright, I'll be outside.
Alright, I come like barreling down the stairs and I've got like my battle attire on, so I'm not wearing I've got like essentially what I dressed up as to go through the sewers before.
Mm.
I've got like my one dagger here, got like a quarterstaff slung over the shoulder. I like come down. All right, let's do this.
Whoa,
what are we doing?
Dan, what are you doing?
Saving the city.
Why? Why are you saving the city right now?
Because Gus told me they were under attack.
Gus told you. Gus is here?
What? Gus woke me up.
What do you mean he woke you up? He's been standing outside, I think, for about the last 15 minutes.
Oh no, this is just ridiculous. It's first thing in the morning.
The first thing in the morning was a few hours ago, man.
How do you define morning?
Sunrise.
Yeah, that's like before morning. That indicates morning is coming. It's like
anyway.
It's like an appetizer for morning.
Maybe you have some kind of connection with Dan or with Gus that the rest of us.
I have a connection with Dan. I'm Dan.
Well, I don't know. You're so young. You really haven't found yourself yet. But maybe you have some kind of connection with Gus. Maybe you're sensing some kind of urgency that the rest of us don't know about yet. Maybe we need to get outside and figure out what's going on.
All right. Let's go.
You go first. I'm right behind you.
All right, so I'll just go like right outside, all like gung ho and everything.
Hey, good morning, guys.
Well, I thought we were out to save the world, or the city at least.
What are you talking about?
Did you or did you not come upstairs and wake me up?
I've been here the whole time. What are you talking about, man?
What?
This is. Are you dreaming about me?
Can I tell if Gus is lying?
You can make an insight check.
All right.
And Gus, you can make a deception check.
Oh, all right.
I don't notice he's lying. That's a 4.
Oh, I got an 11.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure your modifier is almost that high.
Yeah, it's 5.
All right. You know what,
So
Dan?
It seems odd, but you don't really know why.
Dan, I'm sure we'll figure it out. It's okay. We're all here now. Lindariel, you're already downstairs, right?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm probably just like wondering what y'all are talking about at this point.
Did you guys just step outside onto Saradoon Street?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you'll see coming from the alley, Treadworth is there. He's walking past and he'll wave and he's like, I just left my updated report in the bar. I have to go.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Treadworth.
Thank you.
We'll take a look.
And that's the document I already sent you.
Okay.
Awesome.
Hey guys, what's the odds that it's cheaper?
Oh, it's probably not cheaper.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe it's something we could price. I mean, we could probably haggle them down. Maybe. Yeah, no, probably.
Yeah. It'll be worth an effort. But so we need to get the day started. What are we doing here?
Oh, I mean, we need to get money for Treadworth.
We need to get money.
Yeah.
And we were going to try to get some money from Floon's father, and we haven't found Floon yet. And apparently we still need to take care of these beheadings in the dock board.
Yeah.
I mean, that's probably a lower priority than getting the money for our place.
Well, here's my thought. As it stands right now, we have an offer on the table to get this house in order. We have a mission to take care of the beheadings down in the dock ward. And we've got a deadline for the opera for which Lindariel has been visibly altering our costumes, uniforms, tuxedos, whatever, for. And I think what we need to do is to accept the idea that we might need to take out the loan, get this process started here, and while we're waiting for the opera to come around, we could take care of the dock ward in passing.
That sounds good. I think like doing bank work first thing in the morning is something that like people do, right? It's like normal.
Welcome to adulthood, Dan.
Man, I work until like 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning at the bars, man. And after that I drink. It's very different.
Dan, did you work last night?
No, but it's just old habits die hard. I sat at the bar alone downstairs. It was just not.
I mean, I think I heard Lindariel up late last night working.
Yeah, she does like real working.
I lost track of time. I was getting all your stuff done, and I think it looks really good.
Well, I'm excited to see it when it's finished.
It'll be great.
Until then, what do we need to do to secure a loan?
Well, Trevorth said he knew a guy, so should we catch up with him, or should we just, like, go to a bank or something?
I'll look at the DM. I can't remember what we need to do. I think he discussed that last session.
He said he would go talk to the bank for you.
Okay.
And you haven't heard anything back on that yet?
Oh, but he said he was already doing it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So, like, as soon as he reports back with that, we'll just kind of start moving forward with the bank stuff.
And so you guys still just having this conversation out on the street?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you've seen the kind of hustle and bustle of the city pick up a little bit since you've been standing here. Some carriages go by. A bunch of people are out and about starting their day. There is some excitement. The boat races have begun for the last Fleet's Wake race.
All right. So, dock ward then?
Does it look like that Treadworth was heading back to his place of business?
He was heading, like, he came out the north of the alley. I forgot the word alley from my brain for some reason. So he was coming out to the north, and he headed to... Let's see, where was he heading? I'm going to roll dice for it. He headed west down Saradoon Street. You've seen him previously in the market, where he does most of his business, but he comes up here, and he probably has other clients.
Okay.
So
I was just wondering if we could
you're not really sure where he went.
track him down and let him know to talk to the bank with the idea of we want the loan, to not just say, what would it take?
I'll say it is looking like another fairly overcast day. It's spring. It's not particularly the best weather, but it's not too bad.
What's the Gus glistening index?
It is overcast, so you don't have that nice gleam from the sun.
Okay.
But you're doing your best with what you got.
That's how I detect the weather.
Yeah.
I have an image of Mean Girls going through my head now. Thanks. Thanks.
And there is a city watch patrol coming up the street.
Awesome. Let's head to the dock ward.
What, are you afraid of the cops?
I'm not afraid.
So are we gonna? I assume we're gonna take the cart.
That's what I was gonna ask.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's reasonable. Anytime we're going, like, really long...
Yeah.
And you guys aren't gonna go look at the report that Treadworth dropped off?
Oh, did you?
You don't have to.
Did you send it to us?
I sent it to you like.
Yeah, it was like two. Yeah, it was like 2 or 3 days ago.
Let's say in game he dropped it off.
We would go look at it and discuss it.
Yeah, we'd probably bring it with us to talk about on the ride.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I've probably gone and run ahead to, like, get the horses ready and hitched up.
Okay, well, I'll say before you guys disperse, the watch patrol comes up upon you, and is like, hey, are you the Troll Skull Syndicate? Can we ask you a few questions?
Yes, we are.
We heard that last night you broke down a door in a apartment building.
I don't know what you're referring to.
Do you know Floon Blagmar?
Yeah, I know Floon.
Yeah, his apartment was broken into, and
that's horrible.
Said it was you all were there.
They saw all of us there?
Yeah, this is the report that the Troll Skull Syndicate.
Huh. Nightbreeze, do you remember being there?
I'm gonna try something here. This is gonna be interesting. I'm either gonna die or it's gonna be great.
Well, I was pretty sure that Nightbreeze and Dan here, they were at the tailor.
I'm going to reach into my pocket and pull out the Gray Hands token that we still have, right? Is that what it was, Gray Hands?
Yeah, the Gray Hand.
And I'm going to hold it out in front of the city guard and say, you are correct. A few of us were there on urgent details for the Grey Hands. We were looking to make sure that Floon was okay, since he had recently gone missing once before.
Yeah, I want to have you, before we proceed, I want to have you make a persuasion roll at advantage.
Sweet. So natural 20 makes it a 21.
Okay. It says like so you were there to try to help protect him, and you thought the best course of action was to break in the door.
We had heard that there was a chance that he had been taken again, and when we got to his accommodations, we realized that there was signs of distress on the outside of the door. So I kicked the door in to enter his accommodations to make sure that everything was okay.
And so he kind of it's just a sergeant there. It's not like a captain or anything. It's just a patrol. So he thinks on it for a moment. He's like, well, it seems that you were trying to do the right thing, but he was recently kidnapped, and when he came home from the shipwrights ball and saw his place knocked in, he was quite disturbed.
And I might want to ask you, do you know how he returned from being kidnapped? Because you're looking at those who returned him.
I wasn't aware of that.
Yeah.
It is part of our investment in his welfare to ensure that he is okay.
Well, again, it seems like you're trying to do the right thing, but it didn't seem to work out that way this time.
We'll do a better job of not kicking down the door next time.
Well, that is appreciated. I don't think we need to get the magistrate involved here, but I believe his landlord will be looking for a replacement door.
We'll talk about that.
Okay. Well, thank you. And he like takes down some notes, and then they continue on their patrol.
Have a good day, officers.
All right, and make a perception check.
So 18, 19, 21.
21. Does anyone else want to roll perception?
I will.
Absolutely. 2.
You are just now waking up.
It's
22 for me.
Can't hear you, Gus. Are you muted?
Oh, he doesn't look muted, but yeah, he's not making sound.
Nope. Is your headset unplugged?
It looked like he was mouthing before, and I didn't know.
That's what I thought it was doing. Like, did you guys see that?
Yeah, my computer froze for a sec.
Fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it froze for a second, and then when it came back, apparently there was no audio.
Did you want to roll a perception check?
Yeah, I got a 16.
Okay, so during that conversation, Nightbreeze, Lindario, and Gus all noticed that back in the alley towards the entrance to your tavern, there is a well-dressed half-elf man standing there kind of looking over the place, and he seems to have 2 guards with him. They're kind of well-armored. One of the guards is a tiefling, the other is a human.
Oh.
And
Fight.
he is well-dressed. He's wearing like he's got a fancy cane and kind of wearing like a yellow suit. He's probably a nobleman.
Yeah.
Is he looking to use our services?
Maybe. Let's go talk to him.
Let's go discuss with our newfound friend. So as we get closer, I'd say, can I help you, mister?
Hello. Are you responsible for this establishment?
Might be.
Or do you know who is?
We might. How can I help you?
I was interested in arranging some business with the owners here.
Well, friend, it may be your lucky day. What kind of business are you looking for?
Well, I would only discuss my business with my business partners, and I'm not sure who they are at the moment.
We are right before you.
So you are the Troll Skull Syndicate.
That we are.
Hi, my name is Victoro Castellenter.
Victoro?
Victoro. I should probably have his stat block up so I can tell you the spelling and all that.
It's okay. Castle Enter?
Castellenter.
I write down the names of all my victims.
Yep. And I was like, Gus, you recognize that name, but I don't think you have any formal relationship with him.
Just because it's what I would do, I will approach him, reach my hand out, and say, Augustine Talmost.
Well, pleasure. And he'll shake your hand, and he kind of looks over the place again. He's like, I see the potential here. I'm here. A bit of a long story. I am the owner of the Bank of Waterdeep, and it came across my desk this morning that a group of adventurers was seeking a loan for some renovations and possibly to establish a new business. And it just so happens that I am in the market to hire some adventurers for a personal matter, and I thought we could make an arrangement. I don't usually personally see to all of our bank's loans, but I felt in this case we could come to a mutually beneficial agreement.
We'll do it.
Well, that sounds like... Well, hold on.
We don't have much to offer at this point, but why don't we take this conversation inside the lower part of our future tavern?
Okay. If you head in, he'll follow you.
So as we walk through the door that's barely hanging on to any, hanging on to one at all, I'll try and fake open the door that's leading. After you, sir.
Yeah, he'll basically, he waves to his guards. They'll stand outside, and he'll walk in, and he takes a good look around, and he's like, I see the charm. There's potential here. This could be a nice place. And without even rolling insight, you can kind of tell he doesn't really think that. He thinks it's kind of a dump, but he's saying that for the moment.
Yeah.
Someday this will be a fun establishment that caters to all sorts of adventurers for the greater good for Waterdeep.
What kind of deal are you talking about striking?
Well, let me tell you a story. It's a story that sometimes children tell. My own children have told this around a campfire to scare each other. Long time ago, back shortly after the city was founded, a wizard settled in the area, and for whatever reason, may it be madness or boredom, he decided to create this building filled with traps and treasures to lure people in, to see how they would do against his puzzles and his own mischievous ideas. And it claimed a lot of lives of the citizens. It's known as the Blue Alley. It's a place where they say even today it still exists, and you can walk along the streets and the stones glow blue beneath you. Now, I always thought this was just a fairy tale until yesterday evening. I was notified by a magical voice that one of my prized possessions was stolen and taken to the Blue Alley. That goes along with the stories that expensive items are taken and put there as basically the bait to lure people in. So I've heard this is quite dangerous. So I am keen on getting my stolen property returned, but I need a skilled group to go do it for me to brave the traps and the puzzles that await.
Well, you have a skill group in front of you, but the real question is, what are you offering in return? Not just, well, you'll give us the loan. I mean, this sounds real dangerous. What kind of deal are we talking about?
Well, let's talk about business. Let's talk about this loan. I can tell you as a businessman who has made several unfortunate business decisions in the past, a loan might not be your best strategy. That I know it's in my business to part people with their money, but I can honestly say to get a loan here, any reputable lender in the city is not going to take much of a risk on this. They will, being a group of adventurers, they will require collateral up front. So they'll require you to stake your property, and they will give you a fairly large interest rate that you could keep up with it with business profits here. There is business potential here, but the bank is going to count on either you are not going to be able to repay your loan and they will claim your property, or they will count on you all to die adventuring and claim your property. That
sounds about normal, yeah.
We'll give you the best deal that we can. We are an honest bank, and we will give you a loan. But it may not be in your best interest to take a loan for this venture.
If you don't mind me asking, was it Victoro? What was this particular item that you had taken?
It is a Celestite unicorn. It's a family heirloom that has been passed down. It is a couple feet, unicorn statue, and it just has so much personal value.
Well, and since you've given us the fantastic, a loan's not a really good idea. That still doesn't really explain what the payment is going to be.
So what I offer instead is an arrangement where I will offer some money up front to show that I'm honest and I'm sincere about this offer. But if you can return the statue to me, I will pay you 2,500 gold pieces.
Hey!
All right.
How much would you be willing to put up front before we consider this offer?
I can give you 200 gold pieces and a supply of healing potions, or if that doesn't accommodate, I can see to make other arrangements.
And is that in addition to the 2,500?
Yes.
Would you mind stepping outside and giving us a few minutes to conversate about this?
Certainly. And he steps out, and he and his guards go and walk around the alley a bit, looking at the different vendors.
Guys, we need to do this.
I think so. Lindario?
Yeah, but hold on one sec. Yeah, Lynn?
Lindario?
I mean, it does sound like an answer to all our prayers.
All right. Quick question. So I'm looking at the updated sheet. The base was 2140. In addition, for the tavern work was 274, right? So that's an addition to the 20.
Yeah. So just for anyone viewing, a quick overview of the updated numbers, which I think I'm looking at the old one. Let me.
You could use that number. That's fine.
The new one was 1,500.
1,500 copper.
So basically, all the renovation stuff, plus the remodeling a bit, basically came to the subtotal of 1,654. But then there's like fees and taxes, so that total became 2,140. So that's actually not that much higher than your previous one. But you took out the ghost removal. So what they're going to ask you above and beyond the 2140, he's going to ask for an extra 625 as like a contingency.
Yep.
So that's a total of 2765 if I did my quick math.
Yep. And so plus 274 if we do the tavern. That puts us at 3039.
Yeah, so if you wanted to clean up the tavern and have it set up to run the business, 274 plus every 10 day, just running the business is going to cost 62 gold pieces. So you would need the 2140 plus 625 plus 274 plus 62. So I think that came out to 3101 total for everything.
And how much did we need up front to get work started? Was it half?
I threw that. It's not half because of that 625 is required up front. So I threw that in an email. Where did I put it?
And how much do we have? Who has it? Do we get 900 gold? Is that what we wound up with?
Yeah, the 900 is what we got from the bars. So in total, I have 1,000.
Well, let's worry about the bars first.
So if you didn't get a loan, you would need 1832 gold pieces up front. And that's if you're doing everything. So 1832 is what you need up front, and you would need the other half of that at the end. If you decide not to open the tavern, you need 1695 up front. And so I haven't calculated everyone's money they have, but I know you got at least 900 in the last session.
Yeah,
we don't have that.
No, and it's too far to even try and haggle it to a point where we get enough. If it was only going to ask him for like 500 instead of 200 to start, then maybe. But we're at a place where we need to ask for almost half of the money up front, and there's no way we get that plus the healing potions. And I think we need the healing pots.
So, back to the table, knowing all this.
And I can also say, you guys are discussing haggling, but you haven't discussed this with him directly, but you'd probably know that. Well, actually, before I say it, someone make an intelligence roll.
Not me. I'm dumb.
Just whoever wants to be the intelligent spokesperson for the party.
Straight intelligence?
Yeah.
Well, my roll's good. I've got a +0, but I'm at 18.
Okay. So you would kind of know that most of these line items that have a guild attached to it, that price is probably set by the guild.
That's what I was thinking.
And there's little room for haggling unless you had some kind of in with the guild.
Yeah.
There were a couple things where it says that amount or best market value. Those are things that you would basically just go to a store and buy. It's not from a guild, so those things you might have room to haggle on. But that's the minority of things.
So here's my thought. I think if we were to take this endeavor, we take the 200 gold up front, we take the healing potions, we go try to knock this out. So we have enough money to get this shindig started for our house. I think this is not all the money that we need, but if this is a real place that there is treasure and there are traps and there are other adventurers who have died before us, then we have the great opportunity to make some income off of their demise.
That sounds like a plan to me.
I'm pretty sure I already said we'd do it.
Right. Lynn, what are you feeling?
I mean, I think it's what we have to do.
So are we in agreement? All right. Let's make sure we grab Drav's statue, but let's let the gentleman know that we will accept his offer.
So I don't think this will change anything, but Gus, go ahead and roll a history check.
We all die.
8.
Didn't change anything.
So basically, if you, Josh, remember, before we started, I sent you an email listing out some stuff. The Blue Alley was mentioned.
Yeah.
So it's something you've heard of before.
Okay.
You don't have a lot of details on it, but basically you've heard this story before.
Okay.
And I believe you know what street it's on, but you don't know exactly where.
It would be on my map.
I don't think it's on your map because you didn't know where it was, but you'd heard it a specific street that it's on.
Blue Wally?
Blue Alley.
Blue Alley.
All right, so
Yep.
let's we will get up and walk out the door and look for Victoro Castle Enter.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not hard to find out in the alley. He's a nobleman amongst the commoners, so he stands out pretty well.
Well, Victoro, we have come to a decision, and I believe that we can be in your employ for this matter.
Excellent. Let's. I have a contract here, just to make sure everything is as expected. And he pulls it out. I don't have one written out for you guys to look at. It's much simpler than the land contract. It basically just says that for the price of 200 gold pieces and 5 healing potions, you will make your best effort to enter the Blue Alley and return the unicorn. Upon return, you will receive 2,500 gold pieces. And there is an addendum, and he'll clarify. There is an artifact I've been looking for. As I'm a bit of a collector, and I've heard that it might be in Waterdeep. It's a stone. It's about the size of your palm, and it has 3 eyes engraved in it. I don't know if it's there, but if you happen to find it, I would pay a premium to have it. And so you'll see in the contract it says for return of the stone, he will pay you 40,000 gold pieces.
Woo!
That means we're gonna die trying to get that thing, folks.
So that's not a like a requirement in the contract. That's if this happens, because he's not sure it's even there.
I quickly pick up a rock and engrave 3 eyes on it. I have it. All right, I'll sign.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely. Dan signs.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
All right, and then so Nightbreeze, since you signed first and you were there, he hands you a small pouch of coins.
Okay.
And he motions over to one of his guards, who pulls out a little box that presumably has the potions in it.
All right, I'll hand the potions to Lindariel, and I will slowly count. 1, 2. No, I'm kidding. All right.
Yeah, you've got 200 gold pieces and 5 healing potions.
We could divvy up as needed as we go along. I get to put money in my equipment. Hooray!
Is there enough room for me to put my full title?
You can make it work.
Okay.
You will always find a way to make that.
Are you gonna John Hancock it like real?
Lord Augustine of House Talmost, Sword of the Silken Viscount of Waterdeep.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
You just write over top of everyone else's signature.
You sign with a giant felt tip marker instead of a pen.
So did the dude leave?
Yeah. Once you've signed, he folds it up and he heads out.
All right. So
Really
here's
fast,
what
should somebody sign for Drav as proxy?
No, he's out.
Okay.
No 40K for him.
Well, let's go inside the tavern and discuss what our next move is.
All
right. I probably should have mentioned this sooner. Maybe it would have changed your minds. But I've heard rumors of the Blue Alley, and they say it might be on Ivory Street. But rumors are you go in, you don't come out. It's a death trap.
Well, I say that about the underdog too.
I mean, it didn't change my opinion. I just thought I should let you know now that we've committed to it.
Am I familiar with Ivory Street?
Yes. You can find it on the map. It's in the C ward.
And while we're talking, I give everybody 50 gold. Just split up the 200.
How about where are we getting the pots? Did he have them with him?
Yeah, he handed them over. You handed them to Lindario. They're in a box.
Yes. So, I mean, I have healing spells too. So, I mean, I'll take one, I guess, and everyone else has one who wants two. Gus can have two.
Us frontline fighters. Especially the squishy ones like me.
Mm.
So they're just regular healing potion?
Yes.
I certainly don't want to get it mixed up with my one from
right?
the other place. Weird bottles.
It's going to turn you into a newt.
What? A newt?
Oh, I got better. Oh, I accidentally added 100, but I guess that's canon, so we'll move on. All right, well, even if they say that it's a death trap, I think it's a means to an end. So let's get going while we still have some daylight.
Sounds good to me.
About how many days do we have until the opera?
It's currently the 27th.
So we have like 6 now.
The opera's on the 2nd.
Mm-hmm.
And there's 30 days in a month. So 27, 28, 29, 30, 1, 2. So yeah, about 6 days. Minus the whatever has passed already in the current day.
About 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Lindario, how much more time do you think you need to get the suits ready for the opera so we can make sure we're back in time?
Oh, I mean, I finished them last night.
You finished them? How late were you up?
I don't know.
Well, we'll have to try them on and make sure they're okay. So maybe we should leave a couple hours. I mean, it's sewing. I mean...
yeah, I mean...
Well, I look forward to us returning so I could try on the alterated suit that you have made, Lindario. Shall we take the cart?
Well, yeah. Hopefully we're going to have enough treasure that it's worth it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go run and get horses ready and settled.
So it's in the C ward. So it's not that far away.
It's literally, if you just go straight left, and it's just a little bit up. It's Ivory Street.
Got it.
Yeah.
And we're traveling. We're traveling. We're traveling.
Okay, so you're taking horses there? Is that what you said?
Are we taking the cart, or are we just going to walk? We don't know how long we'll be down there.
I think we'd want a cart in case we have to.
Well, we could take the...
We're bringing a statue. I mean, we're getting a statue, are we not? It's...
Yeah.
We're going to parade through the street with
Now we'll look at Gus and say, and I know who has to carry the statue out.
Hey, there's a road named after a Lynn. The Sighing Maiden.
Oh.
So which road are you taking?
So Saradoon to the high road, up to Chasso's Trot, to Diamond Street to Ivory Street.
All right, you make it to Ivory Street.
Then we all die.
This whole 10-day, the city has been a bit busier than usual. Lots of people are here celebrating Fleet's Wake. Over in the Sea Ward, it's a little bit calmer. There's less. Well, once you get over to Ivory Street, it actually picks up a bit. So normally in the Sea Ward is a little bit more residential, a little more upper class. They aren't as rowdy as the dock ward with all the bars, but there are all the temples here, so there are plenty of people out and about, and still a lot of business happening. So there's a lot going on here. So you're kind of in slow moving traffic, getting to Ivory Street, heading towards the Street of the Singing Dolphin.
So while we're traveling, I just speak really loudly so I know everybody in the cart will hear me. And I'll repeat the story that I told to Nightbreeze when I first got there about how I had a wonderful breakfast that was prepared by Isabel. And I had a wonderful conversation with Charles and Ellis.
And I would say, Gus, I am so proud that you have taken the words that Dan and I shared with you to heart and are being better for it.
And I learned the names of a lot of other people too. There's Eliza and Rosalinda and Zara.
So
and
now that you know their names, do you know what they do?
they work in the house.
But what do they do for you? What do they do so you don't have to do it?
Well, Charles is the guy who works in the front of the house. Like, he opens the doors and meets the guests.
And do you think that he does a good job?
He does, and he has black hair.
And have you told him that you think that he does a good job?
No, I mean, we wouldn't have him working there if he did a bad job.
You know, I think that on this pathway that you are on, that you will come to find that sometimes just a little nice word of, you did a good job, goes a really long way for some of these folks.
I will keep that in mind.
I know you will, because you're smart.
Anyway, so who do you think we could talk to about this place? I mean, there's the Temple of Beauty.
Well, we could just walk around and look for anything blue.
Do you think it's actually blue?
Well, why else would they call it that?
I don't know, because if you do return, you're blue because you're dead?
Nobody returned. So wouldn't you just call it the place nobody returns from? Dan is all about unnecessary.
So are you guys just as you're traveling? I assume you're still heading west down Ivory Street.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you mostly just looking for something that looks blue, or
Yes.
how are you trying to identify the place?
We're looking for something blue at this point because we don't know anything else.
Yeah, I'd be looking for anything blue.
Okay.
A reference to blue or blue itself.
Yeah, and I would say if we make it towards the end block and we're not seeing blue, I would start... It looks like there is an entrance to an alley of some sort between two of the houses near the end of the street. I would start looking for blue back that way. I would start heading that way.
All right. Well, make an investigation check. Cool. I'll say... I'll let all of you do it. So you're all looking out, and you're moving pretty slow through the street.
Oof.
10?
You more than doubled me.
Yeah, I rolled bad. I have a 7.
What are we doing? Perception?
No,
Investigation.
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 this is on you. This is on you.
Investigation is +0, so that's a 19.
Oh. you got a natural 20?
No, I got a +0.
Oh,
I got a
So
19.
19.
All of my pluses are useless when I'm rolling like 1s and 2s.
yeah. I got a 4, and that's with a -1.
So coming around the corner, you see this is obviously a noble's villa, and there's another one up here. There are a series of residences. There's another noble villa.
Don't we have something that can detect magic?
I do. I have a wand of magic detection, and I draw it, and I cast.
That's what
Okay.
I was like. We should be able to steal some magic off of it, right?
I actually just reset that back to where it had all its charges. Thank you.
What is the range on it? Do you know that offhand?
5 million miles.
Okay.
No, give me 1 second.
You see all the magic.
I believe it's 30 feet. It doesn't say, but it's detect magic, which I think is 30
that sounds
feet.
right. So going by just where I was at, I'll say you guys are about right here. When you cast that, and you do see lots of magic coming from this building right in front of you. It's hard to discern what it is. I know detect magic will specifically tell you like types of magic and very specific details, but I think you don't have any training in magic, and this was a wand you got from Zablob, which may not be of the best quality, and you're just looking at it. It kind of just looks, this place like lit up, magical.
You know what? It smells bad here. It smells like Melshimbers.
What?
Melshimbers.
What's that?
Oh, it's a noble house here. It's not far from here. You can smell them. Smell like rotting carcasses and 10-day-old fish rotting on the streets.
Maybe we should light up some of that purple then.
Oh no.
You know, I would take it over Melshimber.
The distinct smell of Nog Champa fills the air.
So that building, is there any like sign or anything on it?
No, it looks like another. It's an older building, but it does look rather fancy. It fits in here in the Sea Ward. There is the map doesn't show it very well, but there is a bit of. There are two kind of openings in it. So somewhere about here, there's a gap in it where there's like a. I don't know, I'll call it like a walkway that goes back a little bit, and then it takes a turn. And then there's another one shortly over to the west of that looks like it's been boarded off. It's covered up.
Is there a place to park the horses?
It looks like there's a little spot around back.
Well,
what's that little area?
There could be physical space, but it's basically private property or part of the street.
There is an Aurora's around the corner.
Okay.
We should probably drop it off
good
there
idea.
then. Yeah.
Okay, so you guys head over to
Set on this.
straight at the Singing Dolphin.
Yeah.
Head just south, and there is an Aurora's Realms shop down here on the corner, and you can park around back.
Yeah.
What is the Tower of Luck?
It's a
The Tower of Luck is the temple to Timora. So yeah, you see the Tower of Luck here. You passed it. It stands out. It's rather ornate.
Do you guys smell the Melshimber? I mean, it's really strong now.
I really don't know what you're talking about at all.
I don't know. They
Gus knows that the Melshimber Villa is this whole block back here.
Whole block. Wow.
Yeah. Our families don't get along.
I'm just checking how far away.
They're also fur traders and silk merchants.
I think Lindario would know that. Let me read this real quick to make sure Lindario would know and be annoyed that up here, this is called the Shrines of Nature. It's a temple to Maliki and Sylvanas. And it's a lush garden, but it's gated off, and it's only open to residents of the Sea Ward. So I think there's been probably a time or two where you've stood at the gate and looked in, but have not been permitted to enter.
And it just really adds the me hating rich people. Thing. So
yeah, and the fact that every time there was a storm cloud over your head.
Yeah.
Gotta hate the Gusses of the world.
And especially just all of these... Same deal with basically any villas, which are all over the seaward, where it takes up like a block or two of the city, and they have these lush greens that are all walled off.
Ridiculous.
All right, so we're dropping this off, and we're walking back to the weird place.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Walking back, you also see there's a bookstore here.
And on the walk back, we're like, well, you know, it may not be your guys' thing, but I might want to take just a small drop at the shrine of luck or the tower of luck, and just, you know, ask for maybe a little bit of a blessing since we're doing something. Because Tamora being
more than happy to wait outside as you do so.
I would imagine it's completely reasonable that Dan would know that Tamora is the patron goddess of adventurers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You also have an excuse to take the Sighing Maidens walk.
We're always walking with the Sighing Maiden.
I see also we are very close to Gus's Street, which is Ignorance Alley.
Oh man.
Wow. Burn.
I wouldn't even get it.
But yeah,
as you come closer, you see that the tower is actually a many-pillared atrium, and it's ingeniously roofed over with glass. There's a bronze sculpture of Timora. It's depicted as a laughing young girl, and appears to be leaping from the very top of a fountain. You see lots of people. There's a good number of people here. You kind of have to push through the crowd a bit to get in. Lots of people are around the fountain, tossing coins in and making wishes. A lot of people talking about the boat races and all of the fleet swakes going on. Fleetswake. So yeah, the boat races have especially brought lots of people here to gamble and to ask for the blessing of luck.
Mm-hmm. Are there any, I would say, priests or priestesses of Tamora that seem to be obvious? Or is it really just kind of like the fountain, the shrine, and that stuff going on?
There is. It's mostly just a big crowd. There are a few of basically the staff who work here, priests and clerics, who are kind of mingling throughout. They kind of have. It's kind of like a free form thing they have here on special days like this, where they know like there's so many people they can't possibly have any kind of structured event going on.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're kind of just mingling with the crowd.
Yeah, if I could attempt to like kind of, I get into whatever maybe somewhat queue or line is starting, just to kind of like try and get their attention for a moment, and I would like wait patiently. Just kind of wait patiently. If at some point I can actually get properly one of their attention, I would be like, "Oh, excuse me, sir.
Yes.
We're an adventuring group of the Troll School Syndicate, and we're looking for, just wanted to toss a couple coins in the fountain, but also just ask for any blessing that you could give us on Tamora's behalf before we go do something dumb and dangerous."
Point of clarity, Nightbreeze is still outside. He would not have entered.
Sure. At this point, is Dan the only one who's gone in?
Yeah, I stayed outside with Nightbreeze.
I think so.
Yeah, so it's just me.
And he will he'll put his hand on your shoulder, and he looks up to the statue, and you can see he prays for a moment, and let's see what happens.
You are now a frog.
He prays for a moment, and he asks for the lady's blessing, and he wishes you well and on your way.
Awesome.
Nothing seems to have happened.
Thank you very much, sir. Have a great day. And on my way, kind of back through the crowd now, as I pass through the fountain, I will throw a platinum piece in it.
Ooh.
Okay. I'll make another roll. Just as you as you leave, you just kind of feel your spirits kind of lift. Like that felt like a good thing to do. You have 7 temporary hit points.
Oh, awesome.
Wow. Who were the gods here?
Timora.
This is
Timora?
Timora. She's the goddess of luck. She is the opposite of her sister Bashaba, both of which were formed by the splitting of a previous goddess.
Gotcha.
Yeah, as you exit, you can regroup with the party outside.
While that was going on, I was going to talk with Nightbreeze and just ask him, are you not a man of faith, or is there just a different god that you follow?
In my time, I have seen such things that make me believe that my faith is not yet centered on a certain deity of my choosing.
You know, I would suggest that you look into Helm. If you have any questions about him, let me know. I won't force anything.
When things line up a little bit better in my life, maybe I'll consider it.
That's fair. Just know that Helm is known as a deity for protectors, people who wish.
Oh, he
Josh's camera's stuck. In the
People who
frame.
wish.
It was like whoosh.
He's the god of protectors, of guardians, and I feel like that's probably a good fit for you.
I thank you, and I'll consider it.
He also is very humble, like myself.
Good to know.
Lynn's just probably looking like really longingly towards like the gardens over there.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say it, Gus.
No.
I did not think she was going to say that at all.
I'm just ignoring everything.
Yeah, from if you're up on the corner, you can probably see the edge of it.
Yeah.
There's also a noble village right to the north, and another one. Like they're all over. Down here is another one to the south. So yeah, there's lots of people who have off-limits grass.
They all got sprinklers going all the time.
That wouldn't stop me.
All right, so yeah, heading out of there, you can head back up across Ivory Street and find this interesting building.
Oh boy.
Should we break the door down?
Let's just walk in this time.
So yeah, you see basically what you saw from the cart. There is kind of 2 alleyways. One of them goes back a short distance and then has a 90-degree turn in it. The other one seems like it's boarded up, so you can't really see much into it. So do you wanna pause there and take a quick break?
Sure.
Yeah.
All right.
That's a great idea.
All right. Welcome back. You guys are headed towards this building.
We are headed towards greatness, good sir.
My thought was headed towards certain doom.
Yeah.
That may also be greatness.
That's yet to be seen, but. So yeah, you had the basically 2 alleys you see here, and one to the left that appears to be boarded up.
All right. Do we want to go into the boarded up one or the open one? Or, well, which way do we want to go in?
Actually, let's back up just a little bit. As we're walking up and we're seeing this, I'm going to kind of pull Lynn back just a little bit and say, hey, Lynn, can I talk to you for a quick second?
Yeah, what's wrong?
I, 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 with the conversation we had the other night, it really stuck with me, and I wanted to give you something that might help you understand that there is some goodness in this life. And from my pocket, I would draw out. I got that amethyst that I found up at the cave. It's a necklace that's leather braided necklace piece and a silver clasp that's holding the amethyst, and it's a vibrant purple amethyst. And I say, I have no real need for this, but I think that this may show you that there is beauty in this world that you have yet to see, and I want you to have it.
Well, thank you. That's so sweet.
All right, now let's move along.
Night Breeze constantly outdoing me. I mean, I had a list of names.
All right. Well, what are you guys doing?
So mostly gonna be looking at the entrance, and as like whenever we decide to go in, or whichever direction we decide to go in, the first thing I would do before we go in is mage armor myself.
Okay.
Do you need a room to do that in? Someplace private or?
What can we see through the boarded section?
You see boards.
Like there's no peephole?
Not really. It appears that there is maybe about a 10-foot section that's just covered up in boards.
And this is just what we see on the front.
The boards only go maybe like 20 foot up, and you can see above that. The bricks go. There's like a path back there, but for about 20 feet is just covered in boards.
This seems like the best bet for me.
I mean, it's right on a main street. It's just real strange.
But it's boarded up.
There's still plenty of traffic going by here. There's people walking along the street. There's carriages going by. People don't really seem to pay much attention to this building. They just walk past it.
Do we want to walk around and see if there's another way in?
We can.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Guess we'll just kind of like walk around the outside of the building and inspect it.
Are there windows?
No. There are kind of in like upper floors, but there's nothing down near the street level. And you see around either side of it, there appears to be other apartments and residences around it. They seem normal. This just seems like to be just an older building. It's not quite sure what its function would be. It kind of looks like a noble house would be, but usually those would have like a yard and other accoutrements around it.
Yeah, I would say let's go. Do we want to knock on the front door?
Sure.
All right, go up to the front door and knock.
Well, you haven't really seen a door.
There's not really a door. He said it looks like there's like almost like an entryway that takes a 90-degree turn, and there's something else that looks like it could be an entryway, but it's boarded up.
Oh.
And both of those are on the street side. We haven't actually looked around the side or the back yet.
Gotcha.
Is there any like back entrance to it? Or are those just other apartments?
Take a time to walk around. You don't see another real like way in. Okay. You just see there's other like buildings around it.
Yeah.
That they seem less interesting. But as far as this building itself, these are the only two kind of access points you see.
Okay.
All right, I would like to check for traps around that one section with the turn. in it?
Just looking down.
I'll generate dancing lights and kind of illuminate it as best I can.
Yeah, it's looking down there. It is kind of like it's a darker alleyway because it's pretty tall walls around it, but it goes back maybe 50 feet, and you see it looks like there's some garbage towards the end. I won't even have you check for traps. It just there's no the walkway to get there seems perfectly fine, and then there's just kind of debris back there. If you want to walk back and look around the corner, you see kind of just more trash. And it goes that way maybe another 30 feet, and you see it bends to the left again. It kind of seems like this was kind of just a place where the dung sweepers just pile up some trash they haven't gotten to yet. Or maybe it's just ignored. I don't know. It's kind of weird to see this much trash in the Sea Ward. But there's just a bunch of trash back here.
Hey, Nightbreeze, you want to use your wand and see if there's like a magical door or something?
Sure. I use my wand of magic detection again. With a flourish, I draw it and cast it. I don't know. I got nothing.
Yeah. Again, you see just lots of magical stuff is coming from this house. Nothing particular from this trash pile. But yeah, see, you can kind of feel deeper in the house. There's just lots of magical stuff going on.
What about that boarded up section? Is there...
there's nothing right there by the boards, but you see behind that a little ways is where the kind of the source of the magic begins. It kind of just looks like a kind of a big jumble to you. You can't make out anything specific, but there's lots of magic here. I'd say it similar to when you cast it in Zoblob's shop and it was like super bright and it was kind of difficult to see anything. This is probably a little bit worse than that, actually.
Okay.
Ugh. So does it feel like there's this door that's boarded up, and this one we've gone, and then we've gone, and then there's another? Does it seem like these are connected?
You don't know yet. If you want to start like trouncing through the garbage, you could look further.
You said...
Oh, it's like literally like walking through garbage to get.
Yeah, it's a good garbage pile.
You said it went like
miscellaneous stuff.
You said it went like 50 feet in and then cut to...
It makes a 90-degree right turn for about 30 feet, and then it seems like another 90-degree turn back to the left that you can't see through.
Oh, okay, so to the right, sorry. I thought
forward, right, left.
So
okay, never mind.
We gotta do something about these boards.
Forward, right, left, and... Does it feel like it should actually be fitting inside the house? Or am I having a house of leaves feeling?
So like if you walk back in there a little bit, which you have if you've seen around the corner, it feels like an alleyway between some just tall walls next to you. So you're kind of like there's just like this weird hole in the structure where there's like ground level from the ground to the sky. There's no structure above you. So it seems like weird architecture that there's this, like alleyway into this building.
I'm going to try to pry one of the boards off of that boarded up entrance.
Sure. So you're heading up to the boarded up entrance. Make a perception check.
Uh, 22.
Oof.
22. I can give you some information here.
It's all going to go south once we hit combat, guys, I promise.
I see basically the sidewalk below you. The cobblestones in front of the boarded up area are a little bit different. From that roll, I can tell you it's made of sodalite, which is another type of material.
Wonderful.
And as you're standing on it, like when you shift your weight off of it, there is just the slightest blue hint to where your footprint was, where you were standing.
Hey guys, these stones are turning
blue.
Blue? They're turning blue.
So what you're saying is you found the blue alley.
I believe so.
That's what he's saying, Gus. Is that it's blue. See? Blue.
Well,
Hello.
we're looking for a blue alley, and you found a blue alley. I think this is the place.
You know, Gus, I think that your investigative skills have proven us so much this day. All right, that's
So,
Do we have any more rope?
I did.
I'm out.
I'm out.
I have rope.
How much rope do we have?
I have 50 feet of rope.
Okay.
What do you want to do with rope?
Try and think of ways of marking directions like it was. We don't have reasonably enough rope to do that, presumably. But I probably still have some of the stuff I was marking the walls in the sewer with.
Was that the lavender dye? Or
Yeah,
the purple dye?
yeah. It'd be reasonable that I still have a solid amount of that to be like doing marks on walls again with.
Yeah.
Okay. So, all right, thank you. And well, let's just let's pull these boards down. Yeah, Mr. Breeze, you like to kick doors in?
Oh, is this a kick or pull situation, DM?
It's up to you. What do you want to try to do?
Well,
Oh, I'm sure you-
are the boards nailed from the outside?
Yeah, they're nailed from the outside.
I don't think the directions of the nails would necessarily be Breeze. You can get right through it, I'm sure.
God, my strength is so bad, but my rolls are so good. Let's just try to pull a few boards off to
Sure.
try to avoid anybody watching what we're doing.
So, like, bottom board so we can crawl under?
Yeah, or maybe a little bit higher from bottom, so that way we can pull.
We can like crouch, step in.
Yeah, we'll get something like that.
Oh, like a wrestler getting into the ring. You
Yeah.
step through?
Yeah.
Yep.
So that would be a strength, DM.
Yep.
Alrighty.
I can make it athletics if that helps at all.
No, they're about the same. They are the same. So that would be a 15.
15. Yeah, you can pull one of the boards off.
So how many?
I'll say get 2 more to at least be able to step through there.
Okay, I'll pull a couple more. That would be a 16
Yep, you got another one.
and a 13.
13. Yeah, you've got enough cleared away you could crouch through and. Or you can keep prying more boards off so you
I
leisurely
would
walk
say-
through.
Are we ready?
Dan, anything you need to do before we head in here?
Mage armor myself. Dan's go, well, I'm not going to try and die again this time. That was a little bit rough, I guess.
Yeah,
A little bit of mage
Probably.
armor.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, and I'm gonna pull out the die, and I'll like kind of put some of my thumb, and I'll mark the barely inside of the wall we're about to cross through.
Okay. And we have a map.
All right, let me load that.
Night Breeze leading the way.
Yeah. So, what order are you coming in behind him?
I'll go second.
All right.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds.
I would tell
That
Lynn,
looks about good.
I would tell Lynn in a whisper, keep that necklace safe.
Necklace.
Okay.
I don't think you heard it. It was a whisper.
You're whispering right by me.
Nah.
Or you could have said it before you came up
Yeah.
this way.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're stepping through.
Yep.
All right.
And I'm gone. Bye, everybody.
Don't y'all wonder who boarded this place up? From the
It's
outside?
whoever's protecting it.
So you went through the boards. You see the alley goes in 30 feet. There's some stairs down. And it kind of just ends. There is a tin sign on the western wall that has the words Blue Alley painted on it.
Oh.
And a podium of gleaming sodalite stands inside. You see atop the podium lies a quill beside a heavy book bound in blue leather.
What is there any writing beside, or the book
Are
is
you
closed?
going to walk up to it?
Yeah.
I am.
Okay,
I'm right there with him.
sure.
Um,
Something like that.
Yeah.
I'll be last. Is there anyone was there anyone outside watching us? Like going here?
Make a perception check.
Curious to see. 23.
Go.
So when the board started getting ripped away, there were probably some kind of looking over that caught their attention.
Mhm.
But everyone's kind of doing their own stuff. No one really stopped or paid much attention to it.
Hmm.
So people obviously noticed, but no one seems to be suspiciously watching you.
Okay.
So you see, the book it's opened. It's kind of seems like it's about in the, and the book is just full of names. There's rows and lots of names. If you flip through some pages previously, there's names back. If you flip forward, it's empty. Each one is written in a different hand, and it seems like about a quarter of the names have a neat line drawn through.
Uh-oh.
Something tells me that we need to scribe our names in this here book to enter.
And does anyone want to look at it closer?
Yeah.
So I want to start inspecting both the walls around the room and the book itself.
Okay, so I'll have so Nightbreeze was the closest up to the book. I'll just do a perception check first.
Perception?
Yeah,
That would be a 17.
17. And Dan, go ahead and make an investigation. So you're checking around, kind of looking for stuff in this room.
That's what I'm talking about. 19.
19. Okay, I'll start there. Kind of lackluster for a high roll, but this seems like a standard structure. That seems like normal walls. The tin sign is kind of weird. It's kind of just hanging there. I will say let's add an Arcana check to that roll.
Ooh, something I'm good at. 16?
Okay, between your Arcana and your investigation, you think there is probably some kind of ward on the book, so that it should not be removed from this place. You see some sigils engraved around where it seems like the book is kind of protected, so you'd be advised not to take it with you.
Gotcha.
And coming back to Nightbreeze, with your perception, just looking at some of the names in the book, just kind of looking from where the current line is back a few, you see a name Anders Stormwind that is crossed out, a name Kara Marsk, which is crossed out, a name Snoodthnog Jinzelbobs, it is crossed out.
Jinzelbobs.
You have Shavera Fazim is crossed out. Tordek Frostbeard is crossed out. Bashek Ortalis is not crossed out. Erstal Floxen is not crossed out. And Wern Malgrave is not crossed out.
Crystal Floxen. Where do we
Where
know
did that name come up?
That's the bad Centurion, dude. The bad, yes.
Yeah. That's the, yeah. Okay.
And there are plenty of names before that, but those are Kind of from what you're reasoning, those are probably the most recent people to enter here.
Wait, who was Ursula Floxen?
He's the
fake.
He's the
leader
bad
of the
Zentarum.
fake Zentarum.
Yes.
Gotcha.
All right. Is there a quill?
Yes.
Oh boy.
I pull the quill and I write Varus Nightbreeze.
Okay. As soon as you do that, you see the wall to the north disappear.
Just me?
Just you. The rest of you don't notice anything different.
Okay.
But Nightbreeze can see the tunnel continues, and so where you're standing here with the podium, there's no ceiling here. The walls are pretty tall. I think they're 20 feet tall, but above that, there's no ceiling. Entering into where this wall is, you're going inside, so there's a ceiling above you there. Does that make sense?
It does.
Explain that well? Okay.
I hand the quill to Gus.
I look down and I see his name, and I turn around and go, guys, his name's Varus. Did you know that?
I think at least some of you knew that from when he signed the contract for the land.
I didn't even pay attention.
Surprise?
So I go ahead and sign Lord Augustine Talmost, Lord Augustine of House Talmost, Sword of the Silk, and Viscount of Waterdeep.
And with that, it's out of ink.
And similarly, you suddenly see the north wall just disappears.
Oh, that's cool. That's magic.
So as we're signing our names, guys, the hallway ahead of us is appearing.
I reach over and brush where the wall was. Does my hand go through?
Yeah.
Sure, nothing looks creepier than Gus going like this.
What does it look like to them?
All right, I'll
It
grab
looks like your hand is just going into the wall.
Guys, look.
Disappearing.
Without signing my name, I'm gonna walk up and.
Yeah, you feel the wall. It feels solid to you.
To try and push Gus into the wall.
Make a strength check.
Seven.
Doesn't push you very hard. Do you like resist it, or do you?
No, I let it go.
Yeah, so you can tumble into the room.
Ho, ho, ho. And I catch myself, and I'm guessing I'm gone. To them.
Yeah, you can still see them. So to you, like the wall, but to them, you just saw Gus disappear into a wall.
Hey Gus, can you hear me?
Oh yeah, I can hear you.
Can they hear?
Can you hear me?
Yeah. I don't know. I'd say they probably can't. The people who can't see through the tunnel probably can't hear Gus, or he sounds very muffled, like he's on the other side of a wall.
Mm.
Interesting. All right, this is kind of. So I walk over there and I sign my name.
Yep, and suddenly the wall disappears.
Hey!
I'm gonna run over to Gus and jump into his arm like in carrot.
Okay.
Let's see how this goes.
What roll do I have to make to see house? Or does he have to?
I think he has to make a strength saving throw.
It's a -1 for a 15.
Okay.
I'm pretty
You
low.
don't injure yourself.
Well, hello, Dan.
Sorry I pushed through the wall there. It was just kind of interesting. I wanted to see if like all of you would go.
I put him down.
All right, thank you.
It's all good. It's all good.
Lindar, are you ready?
I'm real nervous about this, y'all.
Quick.
I'll stick my head through the wall and be like, it's just fine. It's just a hallway.
Dan, start yelling.
Why?
Just do it. Start yelling like you're being murdered.
No, see, this is the kind of thing I'm talking to you about, Gus. That's a terrible idea.
I can hear muffled Gus saying, "Start yelling like you're murdered."
Yeah.
Yeah. See, if you do that, when you're actually being murdered, then she ain't gonna help. Or she'll murder you guys.
I just thought it would be funny if all of a sudden the wall disappeared for her and there's 2 dead bodies.
We really gotta work on your sense of humor, Gus.
I will reluctantly write my name. I don't have a good feeling about this.
And a black bar appears on the
Oh no! The wall has reconstituted itself. We are inside the.
Do you look? No, I can't. Okay, I messed up my vision blocking, but that's okay. All right. Yep. Same thing. You write your name. The wall disappears. You see Gus and Dan oddly close to each other.
I don't think that's part of what we need to do, Lindario. Let's go ahead.
So what do we do now?
You run and jump into my arms.
I walk.
No,
I
that's
walk
just
past
what I
Gus.
do.
Okay.
Are you checking for traps, Gus?
Oh, of
This whole
course.
place is supposed to be traps, is it right?
Well, they say it's a deadly trap, but does that mean it's an ambush or that there's traps? I'm gonna check for traps regardless, and we should keep our eyes out for an ambush.
How lit is this place? Are there any light sources?
It's
It's
lit.
lit.
Bro. It's lit.
So entering in
The
here,
party was lit.
the entire floor gives off a low blue light.
Okay.
So I'd say even the humans don't need a light source. You can navigate. It is low light, but you can see.
I'll keep the dancing lights going just to make sure.
Yeah, it'll help.
Adequate amount of visibility.
Just one kind of mechanics thing. I'm gonna try because I think it'll help, but it might be annoying. If it's annoying, I'll cancel. But what I'd like to do is for movement in the dungeon, take turns. So that way we're kind of fair about like who goes where and someone doesn't run off too far ahead without other people having a chance to catch up.
Mm-hmm.
So we're not in initiative until we are, but I think we take turns individually moving
Okay.
and move up to your speed.
Hey, Nightbreeze, maybe I should stealth up and check for traps ahead of us.
And
That sounds good.
when we're not in initiative, I'll determine your order. But basically, once you take your turn, everyone else has to go before you take your turn.
Okay.
It's fine.
And
So
if that gets too annoying that you always just want to move together, cancel that and just.
No, I think it makes sense.
I think that'll help us keep it an even playing field for everyone.
that's fine. So I'm gonna move ahead and I'm gonna stealth and start looking for traps.
Sure. Roll a stealth check.
17.
17. Okay, and your speed is 30.
Yes.
So you can get up to the end of the corridor, or
Yeah, I'll go.
Are you moving slower because you're looking for traps?
Yes, I'm
Okay.
moving slower.
So I'll say you move 15 feet and
Mhm.
make a investigation roll.
13.
13. You don't notice anything in particular.
Okay.
Kind of looks, at least in this hallway that you're in, looks like a hallway. The floor is kind of glowing blue. It's a little weird.
Okay. I'll hold there and not try to be hidden.
Okay.
So that the rest of the group can see me, and I'll wave them over.
I'm going to walk up to where Gus is, but to the left.
Sure. And you guys, if you're paying attention at all, which I assume you are, you can see right in front of you on that northern wall. So the corridor kind of splits left and right here, and on that northern wall, there's a brightly colored mural. It's painted on the north wall of the intersection. It depicts numerous adventurers falling victim to every conceivable form of trap. There's scything blades, spiked pits, collapsed roofs, jets of fire, poison gas, and more.
I see that,
There's more.
Oh wait, there's more.
and I look at Nightbreeze,
5.
and I just go like, yeah, that looks bad.
That looks like nothing but hearsay to me.
And if you guys want to move in,
But we will proceed cautiously.
You know, you're relying on my ability to check for these traps.
Rogue's got a rogue, man.
Alright then, do you want me to go first? Do you want to go in?
Yeah, I'll just be right behind you, Dan.
Alright, yeah, so I'll just kind of, like, move up here.
Yeah.
Just kind of, yep.
yep, and you guys can also see the mural.
That doesn't look very inviting.
I'll also say at the top you see there's the word silver painted above the mural with an arrow pointing to the east, and the word gold is painted above an arrow pointing west.
Well, I don't know about you guys, but I think we should go towards silver because gold would be more enticing, and possibly they would put more traps that way.
Or is it like if you pick silver, you're going to be thought foolish and you should get more traps because you're a fool for going through all this for just silver?
I don't know. What's the group want to do?
Silver.
Dan?
I mean, if you two think silver's the right direction, I guess we could try that. I mean, we can always double back if we need to.
I don't really think it matters. I think we're going to
I think it's all
way.
Yeah, I think it's all about ideas, so like really get into it.
I've got another character on standby, so
Oh yeah. Yeah, I got a couple. I don't have accents for them yet, but
before we cross the line, Dan, go ahead and mark it 0.
Yep, I got Puss.
Plus,
His ugly cousin Puss.
Jesus.
yeah. So I'm gonna draw like a little arrow back towards the entrance on the wall in blue.
Sure. Which wall?
The one next to Gus.
Okay. So the
yeah.
eastern wall. Sure.
Yep.
All right, I'm going to stealth again and start moving slowly east, checking for traps.
I can get up here. I'll expose. So you can see both of these corridors go out and then turn.
Mm-hmm.
And make another investigation roll.
16.
16. And you're looking specifically for traps, or are you looking at the mural or floor? Or
I'm just looking for traps that could spring and kill us.
Okay. As you pass by, you're heading this way. As you pass by and you're looking, you see the traps depicted in the mural, and it's just really interesting. It looks like the people depicted in the mural are you guys in the traps.
That's really weird. I don't get it.
Do we all see that?
Gus sees that because he investigated, but I don't think you've noticed it yet.
I'll keep going to the corner, so I can just kind of peek around the corner. Yeah, up against the wall. I want to peek around the corner.
Sure. Like up here?
Yep.
Like.
Yep, just kind of peeking around the corner. Yep.
Sure. You see the next hallway.
And I'll hold there.
Yeah, from there you see there is it's hard to tell. There's a door here and a door here. Otherwise, the hallway seems to stop after a little ways. Something looks like a skeleton here.
All right, I'll wave everybody over.
I move over next to Gus to the right.
And when they get there, I just point at the mural and say, "That's us."
So are you guys following behind Dan and?
I'm actually gonna move if I can. Well, up to about here.
Sure.
We can kind of squeeze past Nightbreeze. And I've got a torch that I'm going to light and then just throw in front of us.
Okay. Are you aiming for any particular target, or throwing as far as you can, or?
Just kind of throwing it as far as I can down the hallway, seeing if it hits anything or sets anything off. Maybe towards the direction of said skeleton.
I will say you can get it to. Let's throw this token out there. Can you see that?
Yeah, I can.
Say it gets to about there. And lands.
Okay.
Kind of rolls a little bit.
Alright. We can be like,
nothing unusual seems to have happened.
Okay.
Hey, Dan, look at the mural.
Yeah? Do I see the same thing he saw?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's not really comforting, is it?
No, not at all.
What other are we each in specific traps?
So yeah, we can say that Nightbreeze is being sliced apart by the scything blades. Gus is impaled on the spiked pit. Dan is falling through the collapsed roof, and Lindario is getting attacked by the jets of fire.
Nice.
Perfect. All right.
I'll come in behind Nightbreeze.
Just for fun, we can say Dreverax is getting poisoned by gas.
There we go.
Just to round out the group.
Except it's not all driver acts. It's literally his statue is surrounded.
What do you guys make of that skeleton thing down there? I can't probably see as well as you guys.
I don't trust it, that's for sure. I mean, Lynn, you want to shoot it? It's just a skeleton.
Sure. I'll send an arrow out that way.
Okay. So you're gonna just move in a little bit more.
And roll for initiative.
Yeah, you make an attack roll.
Okay.
What's the AC of a dead skeleton?
Don't know if it's dead yet. I won't trust that.
How's this skeleton dead?
You know, non-animated.
That's a 23.
23, that is a hit. Roll for damage.
I'm trying to remember, it's been so long.
It was only mostly dead.
It's his flesh wound.
Oh shit. Why am I rolling so well on that skeleton? That's 9.
9. So I'll say that the arrow kind of comes in and hits it in its torso, and it goes through the rib cage and like breaks off a couple ribs, and you hear them clack to the floor.
Okay.
Nothing happens other than that.
Alright, so the skeleton does not respond to being shot.
Or he's playing it cool.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, exactly. Well, I don't think that the skeleton's gonna kill us then. Can we see how it's like semi-affixed?
I'd probably have to get closer.
Oh, that's great.
Alright.
Oh yeah, Gus, you should probably like walk ahead and say it, but also like don't try and look. Check the floor for pits.
And take your turn at once for movement. We can do that.
Yeah, we can move it once, and I'll check for traps.
Sure, make an investigation check.
17.
17. Nothing appears to be trapped in this hallway.
All right, I want to be up to the skeleton so I can look at it.
Okay. Are you all following at the same time?
Is the
Yeah, and I'm going to be
first door on the
actively
right?
poking things with my quarterstaff.
I'm going to inspect the door on the right, the first door.
Yeah, that's what I want to look at too.
So I'll have Gus go in. I'll have it. You guys all move at once.
Is it a wood door or?
So I'll start with the skeleton first. So it actually seems to be a relief sculpture of a humanoid skeleton.
Huh.
It has outstretched arms and a mouth open as if screaming. It now has several broken pieces on the floor.
This is still very disconcerting.
I'll pick my arrow back up.
Yeah, and I'll pick up my torch.
You can do that.
All right, so we're gonna go through the first door we see.
Well, I want to take a look at the door first.
Yeah.
I'm going to inspect the door. And
Stack up.
probably check for traps on the door.
It's a wooden door. It appears to be reinforced with iron. Nothing too unusual.
All right, check for traps.
Make an investigation check.
$18.
You don't notice any traps.
Jiggle the handle.
It is not locked.
All right. But you said we could see a second door behind us, right? Or further up the passageway?
Yeah, there's a door right there, and there's another door up here.
So are they wood doors?
Yeah, both doors appear to be about the same.
Is there
It's a wood door with iron reinforcement.
is there a crack on the bottom?
It's not one that you could like lean in. It's not like an airtight door, but you can't really see much through it.
Could a bee fit through it?
Could probably squeeze through.
I like it.
Okay. I don't really know how well this can work because I don't know if the bees can really communicate with me. I'm going to use my wand of bees.
Okay.
And then...
like before, it kind of... the center prongs like just opens up and bees start coming out of it, one by one.
Hi, bees! Okay, and then, yeah, I'm going to use speak with animals. And speak to the bees. Can y'all maybe just sneak under this door and see what's behind it?
So you hear like hundreds of tiny little voices like hi 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 hi
Hi, hi.
okay, we'll see.
And come right back.
You're pointing them under the first door?
Yeah.
Okay. And yeah, as you'll see, not all of them go, but maybe like a half dozen of them will go and try. Like they kind of squeeze and they'll go under.
Okay.
And like a minute later, they'll come back.
What'd you see?
There's a big pit.
A big pit.
Yeah, looks like it goes for a ways. There's a hallway, but there's a big pit in the middle.
Okay. Anything else?
You said to come right back, so that's all we saw.
Okay. Thank you. Can you stay around here with me? And I might need your help more.
Could you have him check under the other door?
They all just kind of swarm around you.
Okay. So I will relay.
They're a happy swarm of bees.
Oh, I know. Of course they are, because they're my bees.
Hey, Lynn, could you have him check under the other door?
Okay. So in this door, there's a hallway and a big pit in between.
All right. So this door kills Gus.
Yes.
All right.
Okay. So I'll go over to the other door. And I'll say, can y'all just do the same thing real quick, please, under this door?
Yeah, sure. And they'll do the same thing, and they'll come back and tell you there's like lightning up in the ceiling.
Okay.
That sounds like a room that maybe kills me.
That sounds scary. Thank you. And I love how I probably just sound like I'm literally like going like.
Yeah, you sound like a bee.
Like you guys are probably looking at me like I'm crazy. Okay, so in this hallway, there's a bunch of lightning coming down.
Okay, well, it seems like it would be easier to get around a pit than through lightning.
Yeah.
That sounds about reasonable. Yeah.
But I am supposed to die in that.
So you don't go first.
That sounds probably about right.
I'll go first.
Okay. I appreciate that.
Open the door.
Okay. Which door? For the bottom one?
Yeah.
Yeah, the first one.
And I die. Bye.
Walk in.
We look at the
See.
mural, and now it's Nightbreeze in the pit.
You see the pit of spikes.
All right.
Are there any bodies down there?
If you look over, you don't see anything. It looks clean, and that kind of reminds you, like the whole place feels clean. Like the floors have been scrubbed. It's been a kept up area.
It's like an escape room, just customized for us.
And so you also see the corridor has walls dressed of stone, and thick cobwebs cover everything. There is an open pit blocking the way. It's about 10 feet deep and 20 feet across. And the bottom of the pit is lined with jagged and menacing-looking spikes.
All right, so how do we get across?
You know, there's a school of thought that says that sometimes what you need to do is to swing over. But I'm of a different school. We have some rope, and what will kill you is the fall into the pit. But if we were to crawl down into the pit and walk through it and then crawl up the other side, we could avoid falling into the spikes.
How tall is it?
You said 10 feet?
It is 10 feet deep. It does look easily climbable.
Okay.
We also have rope.
How thick are the spikes? Like how thick is like the growth of them to where you could actually be able to walk around?
They seem like they're maybe like a foot long, and they're pointy. They look dangerous. But yeah, you think if you got down there, you could maneuver.
All right, I like that idea.
All right. Do we want to use rope or we just want to climb?
I think we can.
Well, if I learned anything with last time we tried to climb the site, even with rope, I'm probably...
All right. How about this? Since Gus is the one who dies in the mural to spikes, I'm not going to make him go, though he would probably be the lightest one. I'm going to I'm going to go first.
I will go first.
I was going to suggest we tie a rope around you. That way, if something is triggered when you get to the bottom, we can yank you right back up.
Gus, do you still have one of those piton things?
I do.
I'm thinking if there's a way to get a piton in there and then we could swing across.
It would.
Or like, I don't think I could get an arrow in somewhere.
No, I don't think there's a way to get the piton into something that would help us swing. I'm okay with just going down. Give the rope to Nightbreeze. He can anchor it, and I'll climb down.
Yep.
Okay.
If this is where I die, it's where I die.
So you're gonna come up to the edge of the pit. Gus is coming around. Are you guys coming closer, Dan and Lynn?
Yeah, I want Dan and Lynn to hold on to the other parts of the rope with me. That way, in case we need to yank them up, we could all three pull at once.
So is Gus going down?
Yep, I'm climbing down.
I'll have you make a athletics check.
15.
15, yeah, you easily climb down and you're able to maneuver around so you don't impale yourself on a spike.
Are the spikes breakable?
You can grab onto one. It seems pretty sturdy.
Okay.
And since this close, it's kind of interesting. There doesn't seem to be any blood or anything on them. They seem very clean.
All right. You should be good.
Well,
you can send somebody else down.
Why don't you go as far across as this rope will let you go? Because
Well, I figured
there's no traps down there too.
All right. Well, I can look for traps, but at the same time, I can help whoever else is coming down, and whoever's coming down last is gonna need a lot of help.
I'll go last.
Hold on. It's only 10 feet. I could shimmy down and stand on one of y'all's shoulders and then get down that way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But somebody's gonna want to make sure they're near you in case you lose your balance while you're on his shoulders.
Yeah, that should be fine.
All right.
So
This is Gus wanting to catch you.
So.
I mean, I'm 5'10", and I know Nightbreeze, you're tall.
Oh yeah.
So.
You're 5'10". You're tall.
Yeah.
All right. I will work my way across the maze of spikes, just looking for traps or anything that looks suspicious, and get to the other wall.
Yeah, you take your time, watch your step. You can make your way across.
Okay. All right, guys. It's good.
All right.
So you're staying at the bottom, though. You're not climbing.
Yeah, I'm not climbing up.
Okay.
Lynn, Dan, who's next?
I'll go last.
Okay, Dan.
All right. Before I climb down, I am, based on how far I threw the torch last time, am I relatively confident I can clear the pit with the torch?
Probably.
All right. I'm going to, as best I can, try and get it.
Okay. And yeah, I'll say you can get a torch to land over here.
Okay. And just lands without incident as.
Yep, it kind of lands and bounces and rolls a bit.
Okay. All right, and then I will climb down. Using.
All right, make a athletics check.
12.
12, yep, no problem. You make it down. Kind of follow the same path Gus took.
Yep. And I will use the rest of my movement to safely shimmy over.
Yep, sure.
All right. I'll climb down.
Okay, make an athletics check.
Uh, 16.
16, yep, no problem. You make it down.
All right. I'll let Lynn know that I'm down below if she wants to step down.
Okay. Yeah, like I'm gonna like just like get on my stomach and kind of like slide backwards, like so my feet
I'll
kind
grab
of
her
come
feet
down.
and put them on my shoulders.
Okay.
Okay.
So you're actually gonna... Are you climbing down him, or are you trying to like just ride on his shoulders?
I'm just gonna get on his shoulders and then just kind of. Well, and like the rope had to bend towards something, right?
He was anchoring the rope, right?
We all were, but yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So I've got the rope back.
Okay.
and
I'll have you make an athletics check at advantage.
Okay.
You're helping, essentially.
Yeah. Well, that was a natural 20.
Yeah, no problem getting down.
So I don't even need to do another one.
All right.
Okay.
I'll move across.
Yeah.
Saying that the DC for that was 8.
Rather be
All
safe
right,
than sorry.
You're both moving across.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that brings us ahead.
I'll look at Gus and say, Gus, you want to go up?
Yeah, I'll do it.
I lean down, and because Gus and I are about the same height, so it's actually not that big of a thing.
Yeah, I'm 6 foot.
Yeah, we're both 6 foot, so
Okay, you're helping him up.
yeah.
So go ahead and make your athletics check at advantage.
Me?
Whoever's trying to get up.
No.
Which I think is
Okay.
You're helping, so it applies advantage.
Gotcha.
I would have handed you the rope, Gus.
I rolled a 7 and then an 8.
8 is what you needed.
Jesus Christ.
It was a 9 minus 1.
I have so many dice I can give you. Okay. We will find what's going on.
So you
All right,
climb,
so I have the rope and I just anchor myself.
yeah, you climb up, you get to your feet, you take one step, and you feel a pressure plate beneath you.
Do I hear it click?
You do hear a click.
I don't move.
Everyone who is in the pit has to make a dexterity saving throw.
I knew it. I was like, this is too easy. You can easily see a pit. Something has to be going on.
Natural 20, which makes it 20... Which one's saving throw? 23.
14.
So just dexterity, or can we do acrobatics?
It's a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
Yeah, so in the upper left of
Oh, yeah,
the
true.
character sheet. Yep.
That's fine. That works. 17.
Something you all passed, so you only take 2 damage from the spikes as they shoot up past you.
Wonderful.
Great.
Guys, I sorry I stepped on a pressure plate.
I chug all the healing potions. No.
For your 2 hit points.
All right.
All right, Brace, do you mind boosting me up?
Let's go for it.
Hang on, wait.
Let's-
Let me look around to make sure there's no other pressure plates around here.
I know,
Good
right?
idea, Gus.
That's what I was just about to say.
So I would like to look around for the next, basically 15 feet around.
You found the only half of an inch semicircle pressure plate in the entire hallway.
Just wherever people will be coming up and standing. I want to make sure that it's clear.
Okay, so are you just looking from where you're at, or are you moving?
I'm looking from where I'm at.
Okay, make an investigation.
It's a 4.
4, you
Jesus
don't
Christ.
You don't see anything, but you see the pressure plate you're on most of the width of the hallway,
Okay.
and it's about 5 foot wide. So it would have been difficult to step over it from the process of climbing up.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is the only pressure plate, and I'm still on it, so I can't think it would release again if I'm still on it.
Well, just stay on it. Let's get everybody else up there.
All right, and I got the rope.
You ready, Dan?
Yep. So Breezy's gonna boost me. It's with advantage then?
Yep, make your dexterity check at advantage, or strength athletics check at advantage.
9.
You make it up, no problem.
Lindaria,
Do you want to go last, or you want me?
I'll lift you up.
Okay.
Yep, athletics check with advantage.
Thank you for advantage. Oh,
Oh, Jesus, no.
I rolled a 2 then a 1.
No.
So you start on your way up, and you kind of lose your hold, and you fall back down.
Reaction, grab her as she falls, since I'm right there.
Make a dexterity saving throw.
Me or him?
19.
Night Breeze.
23.
23.
Jesus.
So Night Breeze successfully grabs you, but
Okay.
so instead of taking damage, Night Breeze is going to take the damage.
That's fine.
You got 6 piercing damage.
Okay.
Ah.
Hey, I reach down to Lynn and just say, "Grab my hand."
And I
Can I reach
try to-
from there?
And I try to pick her back up again as well. Double advantage.
Okay, then in this case, I'll have Gus and Nightbreeze roll a athletics check,
Okay.
and I'll take the higher of the two.
11.
That's fine.
15.
You make it up.
Yay!
And I'll just reach up and try to climb up on my own.
Okay, make your athletics check.
You got a 10-foot. You can dunk.
I probably can. Because that's a 17.
Yep, you got it there.
He just vertical leaps up. It's like, sup.
Yeah, if he fell, he was landing like full impalement.
Well, that kind of hurt, but let's keep on moving.
Oh god.
Lynn, you want to help him out?
Save it for later.
So you can already see towards the end of this hallway, there's another door at the end.
And I'm guessing the path up would connect to where the other door was. So I don't think
And you
it's
can
worth going
see
that way.
that it's a silver-plated iron door, and it's engraved with circles of varying sizes.
Guys, it's a message.
Alright,
Circles.
I'm gonna pick up my torch when I'm close enough to it.
Sure.
All right. Now what?
Can we get a little closer to see what is around the corner the other way?
Yeah, check for traps moving towards the door.
Sure. I'll say you don't see any traps here,
Okay.
other than the one you're standing on. So all of you moving together.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll move you up here, and I'll let you see back the other path.
Oh.
If you look back behind you, you see the walls of that highway. The walls of that hallway are decorated with colorful frescoes. It's depicting a skyscape filled with all manner of flying creatures. There's like birds and all kinds of stuff. The ceiling is 20 feet high, and about 15 feet above the floor, there's a row of short copper rods protruding from either wall, and lightning arcs between these rods the entire length of the corridor. So it's kind of in the ceiling. There's these like electrical sparks.
Fun.
Sweet. I'm glad that we went the pit. All right.
Is there a crack underneath this door that bees can also fit under?
This door is different. This one looks more secure.
So, is that no?
You think probably not, with the way this door is.
Is there like a handle with a key or something? A keyhole a bee would
Yeah,
fit in?
there is a lock on it, yes.
Is there a keyhole that a bee could fit in?
You could try.
I would like to try.
Okay.
I will tell my bees and I will ask them if they can fit through this hole.
Do I have the bee stats up? Basically, I want to make a dexterity check for a bee.
Yeah, let me see.
I think it's the swarm of insects.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what you did last time.
I don't have it open.
Dex is +1.
Okay. Do you want to go ahead and roll it? D20.
I'll roll for them.
Yeah.
That is a 13.
13. So you see one of the bees goes up to it, and it can kind of crawl inside.
Mm-hmm.
And a moment later, it comes out. It says it couldn't get anywhere.
Oh, okay.
Well, you tried, little bee. Good job.
Hmm.
All right. So what do we think? So we got a silver door with a bunch of
Yep.
circles.
Yep.
How big are the circles?
Varying sizes. So they're kind of like overlapping each other. It kind of looks artistic, but yeah, bunch of circles.
Why does this feel like Saw?
Are any of them like the size of a coin or anything like that, or not really?
Yeah, there's little tiny ones, there's big ones, and
Is it like indented into it?
yeah, it's
Like
engraved
framed?
into it. So yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Does the door just open?
If you try it, it is locked.
What do you think the circles mean? Can I look around to see if there's anything out of the ordinary that would maybe unlock the door?
It obviously has a keyhole, so there's probably a key to it. But you haven't, in your travel so far in this place, you have not seen anything that would give you a clue to it.
Is there anything on the back wall, like right behind it?
No, it just seems like a plain wall.
I'm going to touch the door. I'm going to try to touch some of the circles.
Okay, yeah, it feels like a silver-plated iron door engraved with...
Okay.
And we investigated that skeleton, right?
Nope, you just looked at it.
Of course, we just looked at it. Okay.
Oh, God. All right.
I didn't search it. I just looked at it.
Who wants to maybe go see if a key was hiding in that skeleton thing?
Maybe me and Nightbreeze can go.
Nightbreeze is more hurt. I don't know.
I'll be all right.
Are you sure?
I hope so. Let's do this.
Yeah.
All right. I'll also point out it is a little bit late in real time. How much further do we want to go?
Skeleton and back.
I want to try and get this door open.
Yeah.
Okay. I can go for a while. So you guys tell me if we need to wrap up.
Yeah, I've got at least a half hour in me.
Okay.
That's probably pushing it after that.
All right.
So Nightbreeze and Gus are heading back.
Yep.
Yeah.
Can we take a look at the plate that's there? Does it look like it's like been triggered and that's all that it's doing, or that it will?
Yeah, are those spikes still
Get
there,
more
or
stuff?
do they all jet up?
So they like basically just shot up and came back down in one moment. Triggered.
Okay.
Okay.
And so if you come back and step on it again, they'll do it again.
Okay.
So you guys know the mechanism, and so I'll just let you just roll me 2 athletics checks, and that'll just shortcut back through.
I was gonna say I'll stand on the plate so it like stays the same and doesn't move.
I got an 18 and a 12.
Okay.
I got 2 natural 20s
Oh my gosh. That's like 4 tonight.
on 2 dice.
So Nightbreeze just like tiptoes across the spikes.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm gonna
So you guys make it back, no problem.
These are not
All
the
right.
dice that I use as a DM, just so you guys know.
Yeah.
These are my player's dice.
Yeah, right.
And
You
you guys
constantly
are
roll 20s.
Standing on the
Yeah, we're
Alright.
just gonna,
pressure
Yep.
plate.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. We go to the skeleton.
You guys going back to the skeleton.
And I will search it.
Okay, go ahead and make. Let's make a perception check.
There's a big
Okay.
silver key, and it says, "You will need me."
17.
17. You notice that in the skull, like in its mouth, there appears to be a little button.
Oh.
Push it. Push the
I
button.
push the button.
Button. You see the wall up here swings open, revealing a hidden space to the west.
Oh, son
Oh no.
let's at least take a look.
Alright. I will look down the hallway. Actually, I won't because I'm well, I guess I'll probably be able to see a little bit.
So if you just step in here and look, you see the hallway heads to the north, and there's some stairs leading up to a door.
Oh my god.
Alright, let's get Lynn and Dan back.
All right, so he would come back, relay to me. I'd go back and let them know.
Yeah.
Alright.
I
Hey,
would,
Lynn. Oh, you want me to try and help you get down? I'll try and hold you down, and then I'll just make my way down. Don't worry, me.
I mean, we can do it together.
Yeah. Oh, so I'll try and help you down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's what we'll do.
Yeah, let's go ahead and make the 2 strength checks. Athletics checks again.
With advantage if we're helping each other? No.
One of them can be advantage on each time, I think.
I got a 17 and 14.
Okay, that's fine.
I got a 15 because of the advantage on the first one. I got an 8 on the second.
Okay. That was close, but you guys make it. Make it back.
Without the advantage, that would have been a 2.
All right.
That's what I rolled. It was like, do we get the advantage?
All right, yeah, you're back, and you see the wallway has swung open, and there's a new path to the west.
Yeah, guys, there was a button in here, and it opened up this pathway, which goes north. There's some stairs.
There wasn't a key or anything?
There was no key.
Well,
Actually,
I just like the concept of like expecting just to find a key lying around.
well, certainly didn't expect a button.
Yeah.
All right, I will head north up the passage.
Okay. You can...
Checking for traps.
Checking for traps. Looking for footplates.
Go ahead and roll an investigation.
That is an 8.
You don't notice any traps, and I'll extend that to up here looking at this door. You don't notice any traps.
Okay.
And I assume everyone's following.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's clear, guys.
Yep.
Is it a normal wood door?
This one is, yep.
Okay.
It's wood. It's reinforced with iron. It's a common door.
Bee
Okay,
check.
Yeah. Can I ask my bees again?
How many bees do you have?
It's
A swarm.
swarm.
How long are they out
Could
for?
be a
It's
couple
like-
hundred bees.
I think it's 30 minutes.
It's either 30 minutes or an hour. I thought it was an hour.
Yeah, either way,
Yeah.
I thought it was an hour. Plenty of time.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Whatever it is, it's a long time that they're around.
Yeah, if you get a bee, you can squeeze through and come back and say, it looks like a sitting room. There's a carpet and some broken furniture.
Okay.
All right.
Broken.
I open the door after she relays that.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I will say, isn't it curious that there would be broken furniture in a place that seems so clean?
I agree.
That's very astute.
In what way is the furniture broken?
So you walk in and you can tell that at one time this room might have been exquisitely luxurious, but it seems to have fallen into disrepair. Even so, there are 2 overstuffed couches that appear very comfortable, and the carpet has obviously been cared for.
Oh God!
Even though there's an obvious travel path worn into it from where you are to there's a door on the other end. There is a door to the east, and you see a table and chair that are here that seem broken.
What are the odds this is
I'm not stepping on the carpet yet, right?
No, this is a killing field.
Yeah. If you just opened it and saw that, you don't have to be
Yeah.
up there.
All right. So seeing this immaculately cared for carpet in a room of disarray, I'm going to ask the DM's insight on this one. Can I do a check to see if I would suspect that this carpet is not what it appears to be?
I think you can just decide that for yourself. If you want to be suspicious of it, be suspicious
I'll
of
be
it.
suspicious as crap.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to continue doing the thing I always do. I'm going to chuck my torch into the room.
Chuck your torch onto that carpet.
Yeah. That's exactly what I'm doing.
Yeah. You can throw it in.
It's a rug of smother.
Like before it
That's what I'm afraid of.
It landed and kind of rolled and came up on. Oh, you guys can't see it. I'm going to put you in the room, but I'll say you're not in the room.
I would note that I've kept the torch lit.
Okay, so
The rug should be on fire.
yeah, after a moment, the rug catches fire.
All right. So
All
you said
right.
there's a door to the right, and there's a worn pathway that goes ahead to the north.
Yeah. Yep. There's a door basically directly in front of you, and another door to the right. and a carpet that is on fire.
Awesome.
Alright, I'll give it, like, the 15 to 20 seconds of fire, and then I will take some water out of my water skin, pour it out, and use shape water to try and put the fire out.
Sure, that works fine.
Right, with that, I will step on the carpet.
Yep. Seems like a nice carpet.
With a burn mark in it.
Yeah, it is a little bit less nice than it used to be.
Alright. I'm going to head over to the door to the right and just take a look at it.
Okay. It looks like a door.
Is it another wood door, or is it a...
Yeah, it's another standard door.
Okay. I'll wait
Make
for
a
everybody
perception
else.
check.
Sure.
Yeah, is everyone else going to follow in?
Yep.
Yep.
Like, I mean, I'll be like literally like
12.
just in the door.
Okay. 12, yeah, you're looking at this door. It seems like a pretty ordinary door. After just a moment of staring at it, you hear a voice that seems to be coming from the other side of the door, and it says, "Entertain me."
Hey, let's do your routine.
So did anybody else hear that?
Yeah.
Or is it just...
Well,
I'll say anyone who it was a little bit kind of faint. You heard it the best because you were like there listening to it, but I think all of you heard something coming from that direction.
what was that, Brazy?
Some voice said, "Entertain me."
I'm gonna send my bees under that door.
Well, hold on. Bees aren't very entertaining.
Well,
I
could be
want to know
entertained
if
by
there's
the
something
bees.
and what is making that noise. Then, if y'all heard something, I probably didn't hear it. I'm too far away, but I still would send them underneath there.
Sure, the bees will come back and say it's a small room with a statue.
Alright.
What does the statue look like?
It's a bronze statue.
Alright.
Is
That's
it of a
about all
humanoid
they'll tell you.
figure?
unicorn.
I'll say yes.
Okay.
Alright. I was made for this. It's entertaining time. This is something I can do.
While he's preparing to entertain, can I investigate the couches, please?
Sure. Start with a perception check.
I'm looking for obvious signs of things that are not what they appear to be. Perception?
Yep.
12.
12. They very much appear to be couches.
Okay.
They've been used, but they seem rather nice.
So while I'm like setting myself up to try and impress, take a table. And, oh, I'm sorry. Is it back?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
All right, cool. While I'm like psyching myself up to go for a statue, I do want to check out the table and chairs and see like what type of broke are they? Were they crushed? Do they look like they were impacted very hard? Were they beaten against something?
Yeah, it seems like maybe there was a fight in here at some point. You've seen the evidence of like a bar before. You've seen broken stools, broken tables. It looks very similar to that.
Okay, so like impromptu weapon slash something slammed into.
This worked on the nicer end versus like a bar table. But yeah, it seems like someone kind of picked them up and smashed them.
Okay.
So if this thing wants to be entertained, do you guys have your loots with you?
I have my loot with me. Yes, I do.
I do.
How about a song and dance show?
Oh god.
I can play. I can't sing.
Well, I mean, we don't necessarily need to sing. I mean, if you two do the playing, I'll do the dancing and I'll do the juggling and maybe some like silliness. Any water that's left on the rug, I can like turn into a ball of water.
Before we do anything, can I send my bees underneath to check out the other door? This is just going to be my thing the whole time.
Sure, yeah. Looking under there, it's just a hallway, and there's some stairs going back down. The hallway turns to the east.
Okay.
There's nothing particularly special about it.
Okay. I will relay that then.
Lynn,
All right.
do you know any songs?
Yeah. Some.
Do you know common songs?
He's not a very good artist, I don't think.
I mean, I'm sure I can work something out.
Here, just follow along with this one.
Oh, this ought to be good.
Key of A major.
I have a wand of conducting.
You do.
Everything is solved.
All right. That's it. No, I was made for this. All right. Hold on. All right. So I start my cloak of billowing. I want to see how long it lasts. Oh, until I stop, like...
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think it has more than one charge, so
It does.
If you stop, you can do it again.
Yeah. So I'm going to take out my wand of conducting and start making music.
You haven't gone into the other room.
Correct.
Okay.
No, I have not done that yet.
Ahead of time, okay.
Oh, yeah. The marching band doesn't start once they've already gotten out on the field. There's an
Okay.
Oh, God.
So I've got a billowing cape, and I am making music appear.
I'll tell my bees to come kind of like dance around you.
You need to fly the bumblebee.
Okay, yeah, fly to the bumblebee. But
And I
like
think you could probably have your dancing lights up.
oh yeah, because that's just a concentration spell. So I'll just like dancing lights, and I'll be juggling the dancing lights in the hand, wand of conducting in the other, cloak billowing in the wind. The music coming out is like the Yngwie Malmsteen version of Fly the Bumblebees.
So it's a shredding guitar rather than a violin.
And I'm going to ask, I'm like, Brazy, all right, I need you to open the sachet into the room.
I will open the door as he sachets into the room.
I just wanted to make you say sachet.
Oh, God.
Grab the right thing.
You're gonna get like shot with some darts or something.
Almost certainly. But there's no way Dan wouldn't move up for a...
Oh, Lord.
And as I enter the room and I'm doing these things, I'm like, all right, how are you today? How are you doing? It's a great show. Remember, the 9:30 show is completely different from the 7:30 show.
So I'll say the first thing you see when you walk in is you see the bronze statue. It seems to be of a human wizard. It's got the very obvious wizard features, like a long beard, wizard's cloak.
It's Gandalf.
Pretty much. It's at the back of this narrow room. And the interesting thing is you notice it right away. The statue appears to be looking right at you. Like, even as you're sashaying, it's watching you.
The word sachet has now been used 3 times. I'm happy.
There are several broken vials on the floor. And on the wall behind it is a phrase in common that says, "Utter madness, pure rubbish."
Gonna...
And that's what you see in here.
Alright. I'm gonna kind of continue my little dance and music routine. I'm gonna like kind of move left and right to see if it seems like the statue is following me while I'm doing this little routine. Like, is it like the eyes in the painting syndrome?
Yeah, it's very much the eyes on the statue have some kind of enchantment to follow you.
Okay. Is there any liquid or anything on the broken vial?
Nothing that you can tell. It's kind of like broken.
Okay. All right. I guess I will do the classic end to the routine. I will catch all 3 balls of light. I will wave the wand done. I will like down to one knee and be like, thank you very much. Remember to tip you out.
And with that, you hear a voice from the statue, and it's like, ha ha ha, welcome.
Oh, well, it's nice to meet you too, statue man.
Hey, Dan, are we good to come in?
Was that I heard you wanted to be entertained. Was that good enough? Or was that decent? Would you like another show?
And you don't get a response.
Oh. I mean, guys, I think you can come in. I mean, he seemed entertained.
You guys are coming in?
Yep.
All of you coming in?
No, I'm staying out.
I'm walking in oblivious.
Nightbreeze was looking at the couches.
I will not go into that room. I will stand at the edge. I'll go by the chair.
Okay, look up here.
I'm actually over by the other door.
Okay.
All right. Well, I guess I will look at the statue. Be like, all right, did you write words on the wall, or was that somebody else like messing up your room?
And it takes a minute, but after that, he'll respond and be like, "What does it say?"
Oh God! You're all gonna die.
It says something that seems like it was meant in kind.
Your audio's cutting out again.
That's exactly how he sounded.
Like it sounds something that seemed like it was probably not meant so nice about madness and rubbish. I'll like repeat the exact phrases. That's
Sure. Yeah, it says utter madness, pure rubbish, and the pure rubbish is in all caps.
utter madness and pure rubbish. Yep. Does that mean anything to you?
Well, do you have a riddle for me?
Do I have a riddle? I mean, probably have a riddle.
I got one. What's black and white and red all over? The Waterdeep Gazette.
Oh.
Hey-o!
And he kind of repeats what was said earlier. He's like, ha ha ha, welcome.
So did I hear the for riddle?
Yes.
All right.
I think you guys can hear him out there.
All right. So I'll walk over to the door, and I'll say, I've got a riddle. What can point in every direction, but can't reach the destination itself?
A compass.
And I'll just wait for an answer.
Yep, he's not saying anything.
Awkward silence. The answer is your finger.
Everybody's like, ha ha ha, yes.
All right. I got one. All right. A man is condemned to death. All right, and he has to choose which room to walk into. There are 3 rooms, right? The first room, full of rage and fires. The second room, assassins with guns. The third room is lions who haven't eaten in years. Which is the safe room? It's the third room. The lion's clearly starved. Come on.
He's like, ha ha, yes. And it's not too unlike talking to a Kenku. I know you've had a little bit of dealing with them. It seems like this statue has been imbued with some amount of personality. And look, now you're looking closer, there is a basically a placard at the bottom of it that says the name Kellier. So it's Keilier.
Was that name on the list?
No, you haven't seen that name before.
Okay.
So you think maybe this is a statue of Kellier, and it might have some bits of his personality like embedded in it, but it's obviously it's just a statue. Any kind of communication with it is kind of just this magical residual.
Okay. All right. So I will swap to like deep investigation of the statue, the wall, the rooms at that point then.
Okay.
So,
if you get any closer, you find you're being held back by a wall of force.
All right. I'm going to walk over to the other door. And open it on the black screen.
Okay. You open this door. And a goblin immediately attacks.
Uh-oh.
Jesus.
Oh, and that wasn't as great of a reveal because that computer died.
I attack!
So it gets one attack as a surprise.
Sweet.
It was ready.
I'm going to die.
My bees didn't see that?
It wasn't there when your bees went there.
Ugh.
It's attacking with its scimitar.
Okay.
With a natural 20.
Oh.
All right.
So you got 10 slashing damage.
Okay. I'm feeling the love.
I can see the goblin from where I am, right?
Yeah, and at this point, everyone can roll initiative.
Sweet. Good time. Natural 20. So 23.
The 22 for me.
21 for me.
Wow.
Lots of good initiatives for this goblin.
7.
And
7.
And a 2 from the Romanian.
all right. So top of the order, Nightbreeze is up.
All right. So I'm going to unleash with my rapier.
All right.
Which is a 19.
That's a hit.
And where are you at? 13 damage.
13 damage. You take your rapier and you just impale him through, and he goes down.
All right. And for my bonus action, I am going to use Second Wind because I'm down to 5.
All right. Yeah. Goblin had 4 hit points.
Oh, good to know.
So we can drop initiative already.
I get 12 back. I rolled a 10 on my D10.
Nice.
I immediately run over and am really upset that the goblin is dead and I didn't get to do anything to it.
See this? I jiggle the goblin a little bit. No, I don't. No, I don't.
But I'll check. Nightbreeze, are you okay?
I'm better now.
Do you need some healing help, or are you okay?
I would say on a scale of 1 to 23, I'm at about 17.
Okay.
I'm okay for right now.
Okay.
And are the other two of you, are you leaving the room, or are you still investigating in there? Or?
Hey guys, there was a goblin.
You obviously heard the goblin do it, but you haven't actually had a chance to move yet.
Don't worry, guys. We got it.
Can I do a... Okay, so I can can I do some sort of check to figure out where he came from?
You can easily assume he came from beyond.
From where?
From just the hallway you're in, down the stairs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um.
Kind of the only other place around.
Okay. I'm going to run down the stairs and look around the corner to see if there's any more.
I'll call back. Hey guys, we're heading out, and I'm gonna follow her.
I don't know how helpful this is, but I have like an advantage for like survival checks, like tracking them or any sort of that thing.
I assume you're coming with Gus when they call. Yeah.
So as you guys are leaving that room, with it'll say, "Find more riddles."
Good to know.
It seemed to, from the little you get from it, to have enjoyed company.
Yeah.
Oh, glad I could help.
Good job there, Dan. Good job.
So heading down, you head down the stairs, turn left, and you see a long hallway full of goblins. Oh, you can't actually see them. Why can't you see them? There. I just did this. So you see 5 goblins in this.
I would have stayed right on her heels.
I let out like a anguished cry scream.
You can see down to the end of there. Night Breeze is going to be behind. You guys are going to be. You can roll for it.
Initiative?
Yep.
All right. 21.
22.
18.
Wow.
So let you guys decide.
What's your dex?
Is a 14.
As is mine. You can go first. She is very into killing goblins. She definitely.
Okay, so Gus is actually at the top of the order.
What? I had 23.
Oh,
No, you did not. You had 20.
Or 20.
I have Night Breeze as 21.
21.
No, and I had 22.
Okay, yeah, my bad.
I had Gus as 23.
No, it was
We'll
22.
go back to the tape later.
Yeah, it was 19 plus 3 for me.
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
Okay, you're still up first.
Okay. I will. I'm in the back there, so I probably can't get to him. I'll get around the corner and throw a dagger.
Yeah, you can. I'll let you get a little bit further if you want to get around Lynn.
Yeah, I'll get around Lynn and throw a dagger at the closest one on the left there.
Closest one, okay.
Natural 20.
Yeah.
That's a hit.
4. How does...
Oh crap! I need to look. Is it for each round of initiative or each part of initiative?
Each turn.
Great. Here we go, folks.
4, 8, 11 damage.
11 damage.
Yeah, I rolled a 4 on the D4.
That kills it.
Cool. I'm
Or at
excited.
least knocks it unconscious, but we can say that's good enough. All right. Next up is this one at the back is going to run in. It's going to run up to there, and seeing that attack, it's going to take out its short bow and fire at Gus. And then gets a 15.
And I moonwalk out of there. Yeah, 15's my armor class.
Alright, so you take 6 damage.
Oof.
Alright, and that raises up.
All right. I want to. Can I run between Gus and Lynn and get up to the next closest one?
Yeah, you can get there. Your speed's 30.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can get up here.
Thrust with my rapier.
Sure.
Rapier thrust.
22.
That is a hit.
$11.
That knocks it down.
And I will duck to make sure that anybody behind me who may want to shoot an arrow can shoot over me freely.
Alright, that's Lindario's turn.
Okay. I'm gonna do something fancy.
Fancy.
So a bonus action I can do before my action, right?
Yes.
Or does it have to be? Okay.
Unless there are certain bonus actions which require an initial action. Well, unless it says that, you can do them in either order.
Okay. I'm going to do my Hail of Thorns.
Okay.
Bonus action. And so next time I hit a creature with my ranged weapon, a rain of thorns sprout from my weapon or my ammunition, and they have to do extra attack, and anyone within 5 feet of it has to do dexterity saving throws.
Okay.
So I'm going to aim for the furthest guy.
The furthest one, okay.
Yes. And do with my bow. And that is a 21.
That is a hit.
And so regular damage is 10.
Okay, that knocks it down.
And then, so any other creature within 5 feet has to do a dexterity saving throw and takes 1d10 piercing damage on a failed save or half.
Okay, what's the DC of it?
Is sorry, I forget where that is.
It will either be in the description of it, or it should have like a hit DC modifier next to it.
Hail of Thorns, 13, so it fails.
Okay. Yay. So, that is 6.
6 damage?
Yes.
That kills that one too.
Nice.
Yay.
Taking all these goblins out in one hit.
And I will like scream in goblin, you scum.
Okay.
And that sounds like what?
Something really probably gross. I imagine goblin doesn't sound very. I imagine it being like slobbery sounding. Does that make?
Actually, it's a horrible misconception. Goblin sounds like you scum.
Alright, Dan is up.
Alright, let's see.
Once again, Dan arrived. Too late for the action.
Yeah,
But a little better this time. There's still one up.
Yeah, can I get past them, you think? Like just the other side?
Yeah,
Like
I think you could at least peek around so you have a clear line of sight.
Yeah. And then I'll firebolt at the dude who's
Okay.
left. Natural 1.
So I'm gonna say Nightbreeze, even though you were ducking.
Yeah.
Make a dexterity save.
Sure. Yeah. Oh. Okay.
Goblins are short. You rolled a 1?
You both roll a natural 1. Alright, make your.
So I roll
attack,
damage?
Your attack hits Nightbreeze.
God.
Alright. Time for me to roll damage. Let's keep these bad rolls going, right?
Please, that'd be great.
10.
Oh, God.
Max damage.
Max damage on the D10. There's my good
job.
roll.
Good job.
Alright, I assume that ends your turn.
Yes.
Alright, Gus is up.
That ends my turn and my self-respect.
At this
Damn, what are
point,
you doing?
I will like to sneak attack Nightbreeze. I will. I probably can't reach the dude from here, right?
Climb over my charred body.
I got 30 for movement.
You can get into melee right with.
Okay, yeah, then I'll get there and attack him with my rapier.
Sure.
That is a 15.
That hits. Barely hits.
Ooh, barely? On a goblin? Damn.
5 damage.
Alright, it did not like that. One bit. And it's the goblin's turn. It's going to fight back with its scimitar. With a 16 to hit.
That hits.
For 8 damage. And Nightbreeze is up.
Am I?
You're a little bit hurt, but
A little bit, Jesus.
it's more the emotional scarring.
So I'll go ahead and stand up and pay no mind to the burn that I feel on my back and the ache that my soul feels as my heart is breaking. I'm going to get up to that next goblin and thrust through it with my dagger. No, my rapier. Sorry.
All right.
Rapier. 17.
That hits.
9 damage.
And that takes it down. How do you want to do this?
I want to take all the frustration, angst, pain, suffering, and sorrow that I have been feeling for the last couple of days, specifically the last about 6 seconds, thrust through the goblin and start to skewer him in through the other one behind him against the wall as I let out a roar.
You successfully create a goblin kebab.
Fantastic. I can transfer some of my char to them. They're cooked. And then I'll just let them off my rapier and turn around and say, Dan, it's okay.
Alright, and we're out of initiative.
Sorry, Breeze. It was, I guess it was just...
It's part of the job.
I guess it's hard to aim sometimes.
It's okay. It
A
happens.
little bit.
Hey, you didn't kill me.
At this point, I'm at 3 hit points. So I'm gonna pull out a bottle,
Oh, God.
a healing potion. Somebody
Which one?
give me a number 1 through 3.
1 through 3?
Give me...
2.
2?
All right, if I roll a 2, that's the special bottle. It's a 4, so I'll pull out a one that I know is one of the ones I just got,
Mm-hmm.
and it's an actual healing potion. And I will down that.
Alright.
So now I got 2 left, and one's the special one.
And so looking through this hallway, now that you've had a moment, you see that there's a door here that you passed, 2 of you passed, and that has some writing on it. There's another door up here on the right. There's a door across from it, There's a door next to that one, and there's a door at the end. So altogether, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 doors in this hallway.
It's midnight, so we should probably stop here.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh,
You can
man.
do that. So you guys finally found some combat.
There we go. Loving it. The only thing I can hit is Night Breeze.
My God, did you hit me? Oh, you undid my second wind.
I'm just really glad I chose to do Firebolt instead of like one of my actual hard damage skills.
You and me both, man.
Yeah, because that, let's see, max damage on a Chaos Bolt is, let's see, 22.
No. No, sir.
Well, if you're gonna die, wouldn't you rather be for more?
Yes, that's exactly what I want.
Yeah, it's what we need. Friendly fire death.
Only if they're awesome.
Do you want to close out the part and I'll go ahead and stop the recording?
Yep. Thanks for everyone for watching. We'll pick up here next time. Sorry about the streaming technical difficulties. We'll try to hopefully figure that out. And have a good night.
Night.
Bye.